Hello everyone. I have no idea how different this is going to sound, but I guess we'll find out. So this doesn't seem to be peaking at all, so I should be able to actually change the filters a little bit. I can bring it a bit closer to myself, actually. I don't know if this is a microphone that you're supposed to, like on some of them, you have it so it's facing this way a little bit. So you sort of talk next to it and not into it. Not sure if that's the preference here, but that seems to all be good. That seems to be all good. Okay, that should be fine. Let's get all my stuff set up. Okay. Okay. Oh, I can hear myself. Whoops. Oh, I get some Lofi. Okay, so get a pop-out chat. I need to like start streams 5 minutes earlier so I can set this up manually. Oh, don't want that. See, how do I log? If I knew how to log into that, this would be fine. Like log into a window that's input by Twitch, like by OBS, but I don't know how. If I go to the URL, will it work? Because it won't copy it from... It's such a shame, because that would work perfectly if I could log into Restream. Anyways, so I actually copied out the wrong thing. Well, I didn't. In some way. Copy that, come into here, go into the Twitch note, the YouTube chat. Do that, click OK. Cool, now if I write something, it should work. Boom. And if we also get Twitch chat up. I want to do a little longer today if I feel up for it. I feel pretty rough, but I want to do a little bit longer if I do feel up for it. Pop-out chat. Someone's in a server on their own. Announcements. Everyone. Paste and paste. There you go. Cool. So if I like lean down and lean back up, it's so funny. So I think I should aim my camera down a little bit more then. Of course, so that way when I get really low, hey, I'm really high. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Boom. See, I don't know if I should reduce those. So if I actually click play on this, you'll see with pixels appearing that it's actually playing like it's a kind of like like actual TV, but you get these weird interpolated frames. Like, if you can see, it's like really weird. It doesn't look like that far away. It looks smooth to an extent. But I wonder if it's the video. Video player. I wonder if there's like a weird filter on it. Filter. Oops, that's not what I meant to click. Oh no. Huh? Oh, it's fine. Default from texture group. What would that do? Nope. Nearest? Oh, it's not even changing. Change no settings aren't doing anything. Auto clear? I don't know what that does. See, you see that? It's got like a weird fade effect. Like it keeps the lines behind. Makes it kind of look like it's a bad TV, which isn't the worst effect in the world. But I don't necessarily want that. Hey, Raphael? Raphael? That's right? How's it going, man? Oh, hey, Moderate. How's it going, man? Why's my camera so low? There you go. What does this one do? I think. Try encoding. Universal tiling. High. Does that look better? I don't think so. I think you can still see. Let's see what it looks like on low. What if I change it while simulating? Or we will see it update when I click off and on. Wait, my camera should be, except from moving. Oh, it didn't even move me. There you go. Except from moving, it should be the exact same. Oh, it's because when I'm behind here, it's like, oh, where is he? I mean, it doesn't look terrible. I mean, so the effects we're probably never going to even use. Like, unless I get, like, really close to the telly, like here, you're probably never going to even notice I have it. And even here, you're not having the RGB effects. It's only when you get, like, here, you start seeing the RGB effects bit. Reduce the video resolution. I don't think you can. Not engine side. No, I don't see anything to reduce it. Like I said, unless I do it myself. But that could be the answer. Maybe I need to get to reflect a aspect ratio perfectly and stuff like that. I mean, on the material itself, I've got a panel where I can, but it's lagging it a little bit, trying to change it, where I can like reduce it. Which if I pause it and then we change it, it looks fine. Like I can res it up and res it down. I've not got it perfectly on the maths though, because as you can see, things are getting misaligned. But I couldn't figure out why, because it should just automatically do it. It does it in a project I'm doing at work. I can manually change it here and try to get it perfect. It's like here to, I guess, roughly. No, because that's not right at all. It's going that way, so if we do this way. Basically there, and then do this way. No, because it doesn't align there now. And like mismatches. It's not quite right. I mean, you don't really notice it when you're like at this sort of resolution, but it's still a nice to have kind of thing. I just kind of wish it works. I mean, it still looks cool when you're at certain angles, having like this. You can use a reactor. Yeah, I was gonna do that. Because like I wanted to originally, because obviously UE5, you can have lights. You can have emissive materials emit light, and I was like, sweet. So I'll just emission. Where is it? Brightness, bright, DSAT, fingerprints, height, hue, metalness, micronormals, normal roughness, min brightness, pixel resolution. Hold on a minute, where's the... Emissive. I must have taken off the way to make emissive. Put that into there. I should say, I do know you can do that with a rectangular light or rect light, or whatever you want to call it. I can't remember how to do it, so I'll have to set that up. Yeah, so if I do this, come back into here now, I should be able to have an emission. And the more you turn that up, the more it automatically emits light. Very, very cool. Look, turns on. Obviously, I've got it really strong right now. And you get all that color actually come on. Look, it showed green. When we see more white, it goes white. It works really, really cool. Now, the only problem is if I wanted to a value that actually looks like it's a telly, we got to go at least probably at 10, 50. Probably got to be like at 50, if not 25. 25 to get just enough lighting from it. But now the telly's really bright, which doesn't look right at all, which is very annoying. I wish... Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. Very good. The problem is it's too bright. I wish there was a way to make it so I can reduce that brightness, but still have that emission. But I can't, because you'll get this much emission from a much dimmer telly. Let's be honest. But I thought you'd maybe get like emission boost in here. It doesn't do anything. That's static, so it doesn't make a difference. So it's probably because it's on the static, which it doesn't work. So we're stuck with this. Now, I could technically affect the scene and go to exposure. Exposure. And which way around would I have to make this one higher? Yeah, and you bring this one higher. Both of them, to be fair. So you get to the right point, but then everything else will get too dark. So that now makes sense from the telly's perspective, where we've made it look dimmer, but now everything else around us is really dark. You've also got this flickering on the wall. Do you see that? What's going on here? Is that because we've not got a box on it? Oh, I can't go all the way through there, but... Oops. I don't know what it is, and my friend didn't know what I meant at all, but while working in the Unreal Engine in general, in the Unreal Engine, I think it's really, really cool to do this. I don't know why, but having that oh, that did fix it, nice. Having that camera movement feels really, really good. Like, kind of, if I actually get a cube and center the point in here. And then, yeah, there you go. And zoom out a little bit. Oh, no. Ready? That's not doing it now. Sorry, I was paying attention. Does it still use volumes? Can you just add separate volumes for the TV if you could do it over it? Wait. Oh, like a volume when looking at the telly? Well, if you mean post-processing volume, that only works. That's like affecting your camera, right? Like, it's not. See, I guess a way to fix it is doing what I'm doing right now. I mean, this doesn't look bad with it slightly darker, but doing what I'm doing right now, but with the directional lighting, have it now a little bit stronger as it comes through, right? So we're just finding that balance. So instead go like 6. Jesus. Not 10, that's a little too much. Oh wait, that's not even 10, it's 50. 10. We was at 3.5, so maybe go like 10. So now we average out. We're basically compensating our reduced exposure or heightened exposure. I don't really know which term you'd want to use, but we're compensating the exposure so that way we get the telly still emitting that light source we want. Now, in the day, the telly won't actually emit that much light that you'll see. That's probably enough. So as long as the telly's, we can see what's going on, which we can. We can see what's going on the telly here. Again, for some reason, the video is a little bit blurry. I don't quite know why, but like the way that the video plays. I mean, even now, is that too much? Like, do we want to go back into the post-processing and adjust it even more? 0.8 to 0.8? Technically, we should have this one like 0.4 or something, or 0.2, because that way when we go outside, it'll adjust our light a bit. Whereas if we keep it at 0.8 on our min... Oh? Oh, am I thinking of the other one? I'm thinking of the other one. Oh, so this one gets lighter when it gets darker. All right, so when we look at a dark spot now, the interior will get lighter. Right. So yeah, we want to keep this one high to pull the interior darker, but then increase this one. Something like that. Increase this one to like 1.5. Yeah. So that way we don't get overexposed out here. All right? Yeah, that's right. Just something like this. So now we're averaging out a little bit more at a time. Now, this still looks very good lighting-wise. So I'm not against doing this. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the kitchen. Yeah. Oh, hi, Mark. How's it going, man? How's it going? This looks hot. You look hot. I'm adjusting some exposure levels, but now the dust is really noticeable, right? I guess a way to fix that is to actually go into the dust itself. You've been a busy boy. I have. Apparently we're auto-saving. My auto-save's been really long recently. Oh, I'm at the high level. I usually have it at this level. I could get really... Oh, Jesus. What do you think? I've also got like... High level was good. Wait, on what? The exposure? Like what we got now? Who the F are you? Oh, you're like this, Moose. Look at the random detailing I did on this for some reason. Don't ask me why. This is like all normal mapped and everything. High level was good. Oh, sorry. I meant to put it back. There you go. So my FPS seems really good today. I've even got... well, the FPS is always good for me, but OBS usually has problems. I've even got materials open. Let me close the materials. I swear that's worse now after closing materials. Is it because... oh, no, it's not too bad. Did you split the walls yet? I did not. I have to do that. That should increase the performance. But I say that... if we look at the reflections, like at the... like, I'd understand seeing this on the walls because of what me and Moderate were looking at last week. But... I don't understand... like, I'd understand if it was on the walls. I don't understand the ceiling. The ceiling's just a plane. There should be no reason it happens. Like, you see this weird reflection on the ceiling if it is due to things being too complex of an object. So I still don't know what's really causing that. Lumen's working fine. Kind of, as you just saw in the reflection. It's working a million times better than it was on my 1080p. If I go to... look, simulate, watch. Simulate. Not simulate. I think that slightly got darker, but it's basically the same. It might just be my imagination. No. It brightens back up a little bit. Yeah. So it's the same now, which is perfect. This is exactly what I want. Yeah, it looks the same. Yeah. So that's awesome. Why does this look better now? That was looking weird last week. I'm very, very happy about that. The dust. Technically, it's only looking like that because the light's hitting it over here, I think. And here. Oh, I don't know, actually. You can some hit here. I'll make the dust a little bit more transparent. Because it's just a material, right? I should be able to... just do this. Click apply. But where's dust? So like that, if I click apply, that should sort of get a half transparency. What, T5? Oh, actually, it's a particle. Oh, no, that's fine. So it's a particle color, so I should have been able to affect it, the particle. Gyroid cube. Ooh. Someone's actually doing a 3D print. I should probably not say and just surprise you guys, but I'm very excited. Someone's doing a 3D print of my mug. You know the mug I made for... He's messaged me. All right. I like how I leant a little bit. My camera's like, you want to go over there now, right? Camera, please. Well, no. This way. Over here, man. There you go. Someone's printing... ah, she knows. The ZBrush version of this for me. So, it'll look more detailed than this because it'll be the ZBrush version. I can't wait. It's going to be cool. If I get it, I want to get some paints for it and I want to paint it up. Porga's 10 years younger, Steve. Sorry, I forgot to look at my Twitch chat. Thank you, Happy Gamer. I'm going to let it grow back out like I always do, but thank you. The energy crisis is fake. That's not even a real thing. Right? Now I can barely see the dust. I always like... I never give conspiracy theorists like any benefit of the doubt. Like, because sometimes... I wouldn't mind if they have good reasoning, right? I like a good theory. Not conspiracy theory, but theory. But sometimes they just are so nonsensical about something that I just like, I can't even remotely begin to believe you on this. Yeah, that does seem to mainly appear in the light, which makes a lot of sense. That's how dust works. I think these look very nice. So Moderate has challenged me to model something in here, but I don't know what to model in here, so let's go to Pure Ref and find something that we want to model for the scene. Yeah. Believe it or not, I'm pretty sure the curtains aren't detailed mapped. I think that is just like a 4K texture. Which is very unoptimized. I should have used detailed mapping. Yeah, an 8K. Oh no, 4K. It's just a 4K texture. I should have done detailed mapping, and I have used it. If you've not seen before Moose, I can't remember if you have. Optimize, yeah. Needs to be more optimized. So if you get close, like, look, oh, it looks really nice. Cool, cool, cool. Especially with this little blur filter on it. But if you actually look at some surfaces... If you actually look at some surfaces, like the couch is always the best example, there is detailed mapping on this. And I know I've shown this off in my streams probably like 4 times now, but it's really important. If you guys want, like, detailed in items, but you can't exceed a certain, like, texture density, all you gotta do, so if you look at this couch, you see all this, like, texturing, all this detailed texturing here, I could disable that. So if you don't know, and I'll also explain what detailed texturing or detailed normals are. All it is you get a normal map like this that has... I'm a freak about detailed maps. I love detailed maps. I used to use detailed maps I used on my Monica's apartment in Friends, and because people were trying to tell me what detailed maps were, and they were trying to make it sound like this really unique new thing, and I was like, oh, what is it, what is it? And then they finally told me, and I was like, I didn't say to them because I didn't want to put them down, but I was like, yeah, I used that in here. If you get close to a bunch of the assets, can we not see? I got close-ups in here. I've not used them to the as good quality as I am now, but it's a long time ago. Like, if you like, look at here. Oh, it's really hard when it's moving. These have, like, tiling noise for paper and stuff like that. It is to give it the extra close-up detailing, which is all a detailed normal or detailed roughness is. It's a map like this. You make it it's 2K. It doesn't need to be 2K. You make it non-biased to your actual mesh, so we're not actually... If you look at our meshes, obviously UVs. Or non-destructive, I guess people would call it. Which is like this. We're not caring... Wow, that could have been extended here way more. We're not caring about any of the actual UVs. We're just tiling it across the thing. And then what I do, which I don't know if everyone does, is I then base that around a triplanar. So that way it just... Or a waterline node. I believe I am anyway. Oh yeah, all this. Oh wait, what? Oh, we are getting weird effects over there still. That's very weird. I thought this wasn't the main material anymore. Interesting. Anyways, yeah, and then all I do is on a world align node, make it so it's tiles over the entire thing, and then you do it so many times over until you get an extra detailed look like this. If we actually go into here and we disable those normals, you'll see the difference in quality. So if I go into this couch and do this one, if I had to add this to our main material as well. Okay. Go into this one. If we look on here, we got our micro normals 0.5. I think 1 disables them. And you can see it change here, right? So that's what it looks like up close. If we put them back on, that's what it looks like now. So you get this, you get all of this extra detail because I'm just basically panning it or tiling it across the whole thing. See, look at that. Look at the detail get lost. Like, it doesn't look awful, but now, boom. You now got all of this extra, like, bits here. And then if we go even stronger on it, we can get much stronger normals, which I don't need. I have it at the 0.5 value because that's what I like it at. If I increase it even more, we get, like, minus 10. You get, like, really strong normals, which then start really messing up the mesh. I can also invert it by going 1.5. And I'll make those normals come outwards instead. Kind of looks like veins now. But I obviously want it at 0.5 because it's a leather and you usually get cracks in the leather. Here you go. Get close to the telly now. I've got like a screen texture on it. What do you think to that? That's to Moose. Same principle with these, really, except with these, they only appear on a pixel depth, so when you get close enough, they appear. Because if you make them appear at all times, you'll get weird effects at a distance. As you can see, we get normal pixels to then RGB. And if you were to look at different colors, you'll see different parts of that RGB will be lit up. So there, it's almost white, so all of them are lit up quite... But it's really hard to see. Yeah. But here... Oh, it's actually dyeing them. That's not what's supposed to happen, but oh well. I think I set up slightly differently in here compared to my work project. Sorry, if you keep hearing me sniff, I do apologize. I've not been well for ages. Yeah. I always get, my parents were always like, why do you keep a spoon in your cup? I don't know. I think it was because when I used to have, it's kind of amazing you can do that and it doesn't just tank performance. It's kind of thing when you think about it, it's hard to imagine that not being really, yeah. It's because it's just tiling it right. It's not like I'm putting an 8K texture in it. I'm putting, technically it's 2K, but I could have made it 512 and tiled it. I guess it's like the same with skin, right? If you get close to someone's skin in a video game and you see a lot of detail, it's probably just because they've got a tiling skin normal or roughness and roughness going across it. So all you're telling this software to do is to tile a texture across a surface, but I guess you would think having to render that thing being tiled over and over again would be demanding, but I meant the screen shader. Oh, well that again is the same sort of process, right? It's just tiling it. It's just tiling a RGB node. RGB material over the whole thing. Like that. I'm surprised it's not working in here as well as my project at work, though. It looks like it's just dying. You know why? It's because, like, it's not working properly. As you can see here, at work, I can actually decrease it to the perfect scaling, but I've done something wrong. Oh, wait, it is Master Basic. Hold on a minute. I thought I made a TV. MITV screen. Yeah, this one. Oh wait, whoops. Oh no, that is the right one. There you go. Oh, I just made it an instance. Oh, whoops. Either way. Yeah, but it's processing each pixel and showing the correct intensity for each subpixel. I guess so, but all it's doing is it's multiplying it with the base video. I do wonder why it's not working though, because all you got to do to give this effect of the pixelization is this. And I've got two pens so I can change how many pixels there are in one direction. But I've got them at a neutral 256 by 256. I wonder... Oh, you know what? What is the resolution of the TV? 1280 by 720, right? Oh, but that's the wrong aspect ratio because we've got obviously we've not got a widescreen. It's not far off though. This is obviously not accurate to an actual, what would be the display back then? A 6:9? No. What do we use now? What aspect ratio do we use right now? My brain's gone blank. Well, so yeah, this would have been a 4:3. Thank you. But I didn't make it accurate. I just made a telly. You know what I mean? I mean, Moderate just made a telly recently. Wait, did he? Wait, no, I'm thinking of work. Someone at my work made a TV recently, but I bet you they didn't actually measure a 4.3. Maybe they did. But because the base is 1280 by 720, if I go into the material... So this is very interesting. We go into the material... And we go X... would be 12... Wait. Yeah, X will be 1280. If you go 1280 by 720 and I click apply. Does that now work per pixel? If we then come into it, when I turn on the resolution scaling... No, you can see it like cutting half of it off. Like, it kind of works. You can obviously see that it does pixelate. Oh, God. It does pixelate the entire thing. Or maybe if I do that. Turn the resolution more. Jesus. No, look, you can still see it coming over the edge. If I get close, you'll see that turn into an RGB. I can actually change the distance, I think. Distance. Pixel distance, there you go. So if I turn that up. Oh, that's why. I remember what I did at work that was slightly different. So if we go like 90 on this. And come into the material again. What I did at work... I did make a TV and it did not measure it, and I did not measure it. Right, I thought you did, but I was thinking maybe I'm wrong. So if I come into here, this is already like messed up because I didn't mean to have all this in this material. It's just supposed to be separate. I guess your pixels aren't square. I mean, they're not, you're right. Oh. Is that why? See, that's the problem, because this shader here is supposed to force it to whatever I put it as here. And when that plugs into... Oh, let's get rid of the bump offset. That wasn't working anyway. When I plug that into here, it should reduce the quality to whatever I put it at. But it doesn't. See, it's because of here, right? What is this? 1, 1. So I changed this as well, because I couldn't get it to match it at all. We put U back to 1, 1 after we changed that to a perfect resolution. Jesus. Oh, something messed up as I did that. Oh, God, what have I done? Whoa, what have I done? Oh, no. What? Did I connect the wrong thing up? That should go into... Oh! There and there. And that should go into there. And this should be 1, 1. There you go. But at this resolution, like, you can definitely see it's not matching up. This is way higher res, like, on those, because you see all these pixels, where it's supposed to be 1 per pixel. So I don't get it. It worked at work. It just worked on its own. Hey, megapixel. Is that correct now? No, because now it's obviously squished. I don't know. I really don't know. Again, it's not something you're ever going to notice. But it's still bothering me because at work, it just works the way I got it set up right now. Unless I'm missing one vital thing that I'm not paying attention to. But I don't think I am. So is that working better now? Yeah, the blue's coming through more. And the white should give it basically full light on all of them. I equally still want to turn you up. Yeah, so you get the whole effect when you close, just come far away. Give you that if I simulate. But yeah, the resolution is a bit low. I usually have it about here. Oh my god. Wait, that's way too high. What did I do? Maybe you have a dodgy UV map. Maybe it's to do with it being a video. I kind of like that like dodgy effects, because if you actually look at a TV close, like one of these old TVs, you will kind of get that weird effect as you get closer. So I'm not entirely against that effect. That looks very cool. Like this effect here, where it's like not Z fighting because it's a texture, but you know what I mean. It's like trying to fight between what pixels to show. But you would, I don't know if you'd get that if you looked at it in real life with your face, with your eyeballs, but you definitely get that with a camera. So I actually watched some old footage earlier today. That's very cool. Again, something I'm never going to get close enough in any of my videos on showing it off anyway, but... unless I want to reduce how many pixels there are. Because then you can see it more. But you lose that effect that we were getting. Get to about here, you'll get like some of this effect. But it doesn't like moving videos with this effect, like I said earlier. Like, look how weird it looks. It's like it's getting these weird interpolated frames. Don't really know how to fix that. It looks really nice as a still image, though. Yeah, that's bad. I don't remember from where I know you. Oh, but cool stuff, I guess. I guess. You know me because I'm Steve. I'm the man who struggles using UE4. I like to think I don't struggle as much as I used to. Except with Lumen and my 1080p. 1080p? 1080 Ti graphics card. Reduce the frames, might just have trouble keeping... I don't think I can reduce the frames. Like, you'll be surprised at the lack of settings it gives you in here. Total number of mid-maps? I don't think that'd be it, right? If I did turn that up... I've got to resimulate. That just means when I get further away... Yeah, it's still doing it. When I get further away, it'll be generating a mid-map, which is fine. That just helps for performance. I mean, it still looks good back here. Kind of. It still looks a little funky. I mean, someone who I showed it recently were like, well, old TVs did used to look weird, so... Oh, and the bevels, yeah, like here. Oh, as I did that, I zoomed in and couldn't see it anymore. It is very cool. So, yeah, I mean, like, out of the engine... Oh, right. It's annoying that you can't do it in-engine, though, right? You'd think you could. Unless I do it in the media player asset itself. Oh, maybe. There seems to be a couple more options in here. Vertical view. What? If I click on it... Oh, what a... Oh, God. It played the audio. Did you hear that? Wait. Yeah, see, it only does it when the effect applies. But when I'm like here, we don't really see it anymore. It looks smooth. I mean, it might just be just anti-aliasing on the textures. I mean, I can't change the FPS, unfortunately. But if I go into my RGB texture, because if you look at a texture, you're close, you'll see it has this blurred effect on it. Even though it doesn't look like that in Photoshop. Now, there is a way... It's like sharp... texture group. Oh, whoops. Sharp? Nope. Is it this one? Sharp? Jesus, I'm terrible at sharp 0. I didn't even do anything. Okay. Unfiltered. Simple average. Sharpen. Default. So, when you pop this in, it will do like this auto anti-aliasing thing on it. Now, you can turn that off. If I remember how. Well, you can. I just need to remember how. Low res texture blurry. Or pixel art UE4 blurry. Double click the texture in the content browser and change filtering to nearest neighbor. Filtering. Howdy, neighbor. Oh, for God's sake. My auto-assist has been taking ages. I've barely changed anything. Make it a GIF. I don't think it'll work properly as a GIF. I mean, maybe it will. It's a very long GIF as well. It would need to be, sorry. How does my mic sound? Moderate said it doesn't sound much different than my other one, but I'm curious what other people say. Also, very chill. What are you? Are you artist? Or are you programmer? Wait, what the? Wait, what did you just tell me? I swear it said going to filter. Your mic is absolutely amazing. Thank you. Absolutely sugoi. Changing filtering to nearest neighbor. Well, that's clearly not it. Compression? Compress settings. I know there's a way to do it. So this doesn't... Am I just not getting this refresh at this point? This doesn't seem to be changing no matter what I change it to. Ah, there you go. Oh, it's here. I'm a dum-dum. Right, now it's a normal pixel. So when we look at the telly and get close enough, you'll see they're sharpened. They're a bit wide. They're wide boys. I should probably fix that. I just need to come into here and do this. That should fix it. Nice. So now they're perfect pixels. Now I wonder if that changes how it looks. I don't know. I mean, let's try from this distance anyway. Nah, definitely not. You can still see it. Oh, yeah. It's still terrible. Okay, it's fine. Stop playing so you guys don't have to witness that with your eyes. I can confirm that I am not an artist, but I've been planning on trying to learn how to code in Python. Oh, so I guess I'm soon to be programmer. Sweet. I was never smart enough to be a programmer. I am big dumb. I even struggled to say dumb. So back to default. So see, default looks better anyway for this, for what we're going for. From that to that, it gets more flickery, where it definitely looks smoother. It's a very minor difference, admittedly, but it's mostly because we're just not full screen though. On the telly, mum. But we've got that working on the ground now, so we've got some light actually emitting from it. And a big part as well, like Moderate said, is you get even more coming from the like plastic on the sides. You know what I should put on it? If I could find it. submitted my stuff for CryEngine Marketplace a week ago, and they still haven't approved it. Oh, almost sounds as bad as the Unreal Engine or the Unreal Marketplace. Oh, you should check out my especially if you want to be very chill, you should check out my old scene I just finished. I say just finished. How long ago was it now, guys? 2 months ago? Probably. It was 2 months ago. You know what? That's actually not as long as I thought. This scene, very fun. But I don't want to spoil it. If you want to watch it, you got a posted chat for you. If you want to watch it, go for it. But I'm not going to play it on stream because that's just a waste of streaming time. Jesus. Run slower. Thank you. How do I convert this to media again? Oh, right. I gotta take the media source, media player, and in here, swap to you. Yep. How do I stop it? There you go. Play my video. Damn it. How do I do it? I want to play my video in the scene. That'd be cool. How do I set it up again? Is it called like a media player? Assets to create video output media. Yes. Right. Again. Where is the? Am I crazy, guys? Where's the pause button? It plays it fine. Oh, up here. I am blind. Oh, so mine was not even playing a video. But why? It does have a video. I was just checking then. Holy crap. That's something I can't imagine myself making. It's just time, honestly. How long did it take you to finish modeling the whole room? The whole room... Wait. Of the Simpsons or of the video I just sent you? Because obviously that's more than just a room. So I don't know if you mean a specific room. I sounded rude then. I meant, like, did you mean a specific room? So why isn't this playing? It isn't impossible. Why not? Oh, yeah, it's got the wrong video in here now. I don't want this one. What if I just reopened like that? It doesn't play anything now. Oh no. I shouldn't have done that. No, I haven't got the Simpsons. Wait, I don't know what that video was. Very interesting. It's not even playing it in the editor. Oh, the video. The whole process is on my channel. I mean, if you look at how many videos it took me, and I did a little bit of work off stream. Why is my camera so low again? There you go. Okay, 2 separate... I did just add a new one, but a video won't even play. Look. Oh, it doesn't let me view it here, but here's the video. Let's close everything and reopen it. Here's the video, and here's the media source. But when I play the media source, and I actually play it, nothing's here. But when I did play the Simpsons one a second ago, it worked. So it might be like the file format. I'm not sure. Annoyingly, I shouldn't have re-imported that one, because now I don't have the Simpsons. But if I actually go... Don't tie yourself to make the video visible. Focus on your work. It's fine. Fridays are mess around days anyway. Anyways, talking about how long that took me. If we look at how many episodes it took up, 92. I'm not even working on it there. So we'll say 92 episodes. So 92, I usually spend, you can see like an hour. I stopped doing it about here. As you can see, like 6 months, and then back at some point. So let's say 90 episodes. I like 4 hours, 2 hours, but I didn't obviously work the entire time. So if we say the average amount I spent on it was probably 3 hours per video, 270 hours, and that's at the highest level. Like that's the most. It will be as low as, I don't know, probably 180 hours, but it sounds like a lot. If we put that into perspective, you work 40-hour weeks a week at work, right? So 270 is only, if we say 40 hours a week at work, times that by 5, that's 5 weeks of work, that's 200 hours. 240 hours is 6 weeks of work. 280 hours is 7 weeks of work. So just under 2 months if I was working on it full time. I did download it as MP4 though, and look, when I play it, it plays on here fine. Admittedly, the quality's reduced a little bit, but... Let's try a different downloader. Maybe that one was just funky. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's got a weird format to it. I'd like it playing on a TV because I tend to have things in my scenes that reference old scenes. And if I could literally have the video of my last scene playing on the telly, that'd be a perfect reference. When people say practice makes perfect, this is the kind of dedication they're talking about. And I'm not even close to perfect. I'm far from it. So, it is one of those things. Don't get me wrong, I've known people who have picked up 3D art pretty fast and can make scenes, put scenes together really quickly. Compared to the time it took me, but equally, it is one of those things that you just have to keep putting more and more time into. So never feel down because you can't do it from the get-go. And with all the resources out there, a lot of stuff I learned, I had to learn basically by myself. Download. So it took me a little bit longer probably than a lot of people to learn how to do all the stuff. Is it going to download? Oh, it's downloading it twice. Nice. Oh, this download is taking ages. God's sake. I just wanted it to work. Man. Let's try to download a different video, like another Simpsons one. Because I didn't like that Simpsons intro anyway, because it's subtitles. So if we go Simpsons Halloween opener. I just want one. There you go. But it's quite low quality, which is fine because we have a low quality telly. So if we try again. On a YouTube downloader. I mean, my video's rendered out somewhere on my PC, so... Download. Go back into the media player. I love how we're wasting all our time doing this. We're not wasting our time. We're having fun. That's all that matters. Why is it coming up here still? This isn't the format here anymore. I broke it. Look, I had it pull in a... See, it doesn't even say a disc size, so maybe there is just something... But it's playing the audio. So weird. No. Edit. There we go. Let's just replace this one with the one I just downloaded. See if that works. No, it doesn't. So am I doing something wrong? Let's drag it in. Oh, wait, I can't even drag it in. Oh, wait. That's because I'm in all, not content. Silly me. Just drag in Simpsons. So we got this one. No settings I need to set it to, right? No. And if we... So can I not right click and just create one? No, apparently not. So if we go new media player. See, all a media player does is show you all of them. UE4 media player black. Tried several MP4 files, they all show up black in the media player. Well, sound works fine. I just installed the Electra plugin. Basically, follow the same principle you use to add MP4, then install the Electra plugin and it works. Thanks, you helped me a lot. Thanks. Thank you. Videos work with Electra player enable. Is that something I could just enable? Electra player. Oh, it is. Tick. You must restart. That's fine. Sure to save everything, I guess. Even though we broke the video, but it's fine. What are you guys doing this evening then? Except watching me, obviously. Oh. My wire is too short. I can't pull it to my mouth more. I should do ASMR like this. Do you guys watch ASMR? I actually do. It helps me sleep. Partly because I don't like to hear noises when I'm trying to sleep, so... I haven't had much of a productive week. Well, that's fine. We don't always have productive weeks. Some people get like really... I've known people to get really worked up about that. But I don't know if you're saying that. I'm just saying in general, like, not all weeks are productive weeks, but just chill time. Hey, it works now. Sorry for the audio. What? Why did it need a plugin to work? Very strange. Very, very strange. So if I do this now and it play. Hey! If I get close, we still have our pixel effect. Very, very cool. I need to play audio as well. I'd love to try this in VR. I can't study for no reason. I sucked at studying. I mean, it was partly why I picked the course I did. Being a 3D artist, the course I did, there's zero, and I repeat, well, for my course anyway, 0 exams, 100% just coursework. Oh, look how blue it gets. It's so cool. I like how it's got the TV on the TV. I feel like that was pretty accurate too. Would it play through all the videos here? No, it repeats the same one. Maybe I should make some pumpkins and pop them around. That'd be cool. Oh, you know what? They just had 3 pumpkins on the store. I mean, I'm not going to use the pumpkins. I'm not going to use them in the long run anyway, so I don't mind adding them to my project. I don't study 3D anymore. There's something left to learn. Only one I need more to practice, yeah. Oh, there's nothing left to learn, sorry, I need more to practice. Yeah, sometimes watching you and researching next portfolio piece. Oh, okay, Happy Gamer. From what I remember, Happy Gamer, you're the one that did the Sniper Elite scene, right? Still recovering from my sister's wedding. That's why I was so hyped on you streaming, so I had something to just chill with. Making a solid plan for the day really helps. Like, just focus yourself to do 1 hour when you wake up. See, that's a big reason why I got into streaming. Because obviously I don't do it for the views. It helped me with productivity. Now, I'm not saying you guys go off and stream. It's all down to people's personal preference, what they are comfortable with. Not everyone's going to be comfortable streaming in front of people, especially their 3D art. It's like a dark spot in here. But for me, it just helps me. Like, I'm not being productive now, but we've been productive. You can see the scene. Look, we've had a decent amount of productivity in here. But, like, it just really helps me, dude. Is that your bed turned up behind you? Yeah, you've not seen this. It's been like this for 2 years. This room isn't big enough to fit a bed frame in it and my desk. Well, unless I get a really thin bed frame. But then I'd have to kind of block the door as well and, like, shuffle my way through. That wasn't me, I wish. Wait. Oh, no. You're right, Happy Gamer. Who was that? That wasn't Pants. Fuck it, I can't remember. You may not do it for the views, but in terms of quality, you need way more of a fan base. Thanks, man. That's very, very nice for you to say. I mean, we get people view the stream afterwards. Like, it was Happy Gaming. Yeah, so I'm replying to people on Twitch. Sorry. Yeah, we get views on when a video gets published, like between 1 and 200. So that's always nice. So wait, can I put my video in here now? And if so, how? So there's the video player. Do I just swap the audio or can I just double click it? Oh, whoa. Oh, it squished it to a 4:3 sort of ratio. It's like playing the audio, which is really annoying. Stop. Can I play that now? No! How do I make it so it prioritizes this one? They're all like, so what happens? Is it like, can you come down to my screen? What is it doing? Get down here. There you go. It's got to be like an order, but there doesn't seem to be a way to swap the, or like, I can't delete them. How do I force it to put it at the top of the order? So I'll just play the Simpsons one. I also, no, I didn't see Orlok quite on Half-Life 2 VR. There's got to be a way to play a certain clip, no? Because when I literally create the media player, it just adds all the media to one clip. Boat. And every time, it's just alphabetized. Does the media player not have a blueprint? I feel like it does. Have a blueprint. I don't see a blueprint option. Let me, I mean, unless it's not controlling the material, is it? This may sound like some job interview question, but how many years of experience do you have with Unreal Engine 5? Well, Unreal Engine 5's only been out for like a year. Well, just over, right? It's not very long. This scene was converted from UE4. So I've only really been using UE5 for about 3 to 6 months, roughly. But it's basically identical to UE4, and I've been using UE4 since 8 years ago. Oh, look at all the dust piling up over here, like coming on my screen. That's very cool. Whoa. Look at the lighting flicker, though. I'm really not getting that long with it, though. Like, look at that flicker on the lighting. I just seem to get the weirdest results that I don't see other people get. And I don't, like, look, the wall looks like it's bubbling. Does he do it on full screen? Do you see it? It's subtle. But it's very weird. You can see it happening, look. Look at the wall bubbling, especially down here. Why is there even light coming down there? There's no light source here. When I get close to it, it realizes that. It turns it off. Oh, you did mean Unreal Engine as a whole. Yeah, about 8 years. I mean, we've got the Simpsons. Also, the reflections that we look at that. I really need to figure out why. Like, is this a single? Yeah, this is. Well, it's a little bit long, but it shouldn't be causing this effect. I still don't get why it's doing it, which is a shame because I hoped the 3090 Ti would have fixed all my problems. It fixed most of them, to be fair. So I'm not necessarily complaining. I just kind of hoped it would fix everything. I could change the distance fields and everything on this. And to see if that's what's causing it. No. Very strange. I do. It cost me $1,000. How much? Like, I'd be told it's gone up in price. What about the setting button here? Wait, where? Which setting button? Oh, God. As in this one here? Or... You treat that to just be a play different source. I mean, immediately I could do what I did a second ago and just edit and force it to be the original, to be my flying boat. Because then it would just force that as the video. Apparently not. Wait, what? Edit. Oh, did I select Simpsons? Am I a big dum-dum? I may have done. Okay, now I'm even more confused. I do like that effect, though. That's very, very cool. It does make it look like it's a, some sort of TV. We just need, like, a scanner line now. And I think, technically, to make the edges a little bit darker. But we should already have that happening. Wait, no. Which one is it I want? Yeah, it's TV screen. TV screen. Master Basic. What? Wait, I swear I applied the other one to it. TV screen. Or did I say it was... Oh, it was just an instance. This shouldn't be... I should have had this as a separate material because I've got it all in the master material now. All of this shouldn't exist in the master material. All of this should technically not be here. We just want this for the master material, but because I've already got it in there now, I'm surprised it's not breaking anything else. In fact, I don't know why it's not breaking anything else. Is it because I've got the emissive strength turned off on everything else? If I went to here and I went into here, and would I see an emissive? I would. But it's at 1. Oh, so if I switch the TV on, yeah. So I shouldn't have done that because now we can play the video on everything. How neat is that? So yeah, what I should have done, which I might do now to rectify it, let's get back to that basic material, master basic, do a duplicate, go MI emissive, or just TV master, apply that to here, make this, Turn the TV on here. See what that looks like. Oh, when it's compiled the shaders. Jesus, are you good? Well, while I wait for that, look at the TV screen settings on here, see if we need to change anything. Oh yeah, we need pixel depth distance at about 100. Resolution. At 1. Was that working? It is, but it's very, very dark. Emissive strength? No. Jesus. Oh, emissive strength 25. That's probably why. Ooh, it needs to be shinier too. Why does this look so different? 2, 1.25, 0, 25. Metallic reduction at 0.2. Didn't even look like it did anything. $70 for a new Call of Duty. Yeah, right. So for the same game released every year. I haven't bought a Call of Duty or a game like that in so long. And I'm not saying it to be like, oh, it's because I'm better than you people. No. I just haven't felt the need. I just don't. I felt like I got my fill on FPSs as a kid. You know what it might be? No, it can't be this. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Right, I haven't put the right textures on it because it's obviously a remake of the original master. Go like this. Go like this. Go like this. Aha! That's already close to what it was supposed to look like. Oh, that looks like what it's supposed to look like. Sweet. Sweet. Now we got this nice effect. Do we reduce this? I feel like we should. Go to like half that resolution. I don't know. My only gripe with that is we lose that cool effect. Because when it's like double that or even triple, you get that like cool TV effect, like where the pixels are basically interlapping between each other. Technically, the video is 480 by 480, so what I should do is that. They kept it at 16 until recently, I guess. Ah. Oh, wait. You guys wrote a couple of things. Last one I officially owned was the last Modern Warfare 2. Last one I owned was Black Ops. So actually, I owned one recently, but it's because it was free. Wow, how many Call of Duties have I got? I've got Call of Duty 2, Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty World at War 2, apparently. Wait, World War 2, sorry, and I've got World at War. But I think, is it on Epic Games? I swear I have a Call of Duty somewhere else. No, it can't be Epic Games. They don't sell it on Epic Games, I'm pretty sure. They don't lose value. So what did someone else say? Pretty much $70 for an old copy of Call of Duty. It's like the only game that doesn't go down in price. Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's like a Nintendo game. Man, haven't bought a COD game since WoW. Oh, WoW? Whoa. What a war. Old COD was better though. I think COD, I wouldn't say it peaked at Modern Warfare 2, but it was definitely really, really good. But I remember I definitely played, I had it on console, Black Ops 1. I played Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, which I liked. Black Ops 2, which I didn't like as much. And then I think I also played Black Ops 3, and it just kind of dropped in quality for me. And I haven't bought a COD game in, when was the Xbox One again? 2013? 9 years ago. Probably right, yeah. Anyways, we'll stop looking at this damn TV. We've changed the lighting today as well, which is very exciting, because I don't change the lighting too often. Look at that weird effect here. It's like this weird occlusion mapping. Yeah, look at that. You can see it like doing weird effects in the corner. Why is Lumen so weird for me? What is all this flickering? Post-processing. What level have we got it on? Oh, you know what? What resolution are we at? Oh, we are at 100. Oh, if I made it like 200, will we reduce, like, get rid of those effects? I mean, we got a lot less performance, but to be fair, there isn't any flickering anymore. You can still get some of the weird lighting. I don't know if this is laggy for you guys. This is a huge render difference. Yeah, look, we still got that too. When we get back to 100, you get the flickering again. Maya? Yeah, I am supposed to be doing something in Maya today. Why? I've got this thick wall here. Why are we still getting light bleed? It's very frustrating. Is it this light causing it? No. Let's go to post-processing, Lumen. See, the final gamma update speed just makes it, like, do that faster, and then you turn it down. At the very least, you get it doing a slow amount of fading. So I don't mind having it low. It's not to do with the reflections, is it? Don't think so. Hard to see, though, when you're at, like, a... not Lumen reflections. I'm sure I heard that using backface can give you weird... or two-sided, if you know what I mean. Yeah, but... oh, wait. Oh, wait, what? Oh, different mesh, right. It's still there, though. But it should be covering the whole thing. And, like, I've got this as well. So even if this was causing a weird effect with two-side, I've also got this. So, I mean, I can disable two-siding on it. Two-side, turn it off. Oh, whoa. Oh, it's even worse. It's even worse. Two-side on, two-side off. Two-side on, two-side off. Why is it so weird? Admittedly, the walls are weird. So, because I need to really separate them out into separate ones. So that could be the reason we're seeing all these problems. Because I think most of these flickering problems are on the walls, right? And the light bleed problems. It was inside out. They are not, no. Because if they were inside out, when I turn off two-siding, you would see, like, these parts become transparent. But it's the inner faces that become transparent. So it's fine. There's no backface culling, I guess. No flipped normals. I can't be anyone who thought that the insects from the Lion King would have tasted... oh, no, you're so right. Like, Timon and Pumbaa make those bugs look like a complete gourmet dinner. Like, they look fantastic. Especially when they slurp up the really long ones, like spaghetti. And anyone who says otherwise is just lying to themselves. Lying to themselves. You can always go this as well, which is a better bloom effect, but I don't need to care about it too much. Mobile, bloom, exposure. So I really changed the exposure. So my exposure defaulted that. Oh. Interesting. Sorry, I want to go to Lumen settings. See, I've got all the quality and stuff turned up, so you'd think it'd be reducing this. But again, it could just be because these are separate, because we're not seeing flickering on other assets. Like, these look perfectly fine. Like, I see zero flickering on the curtains. And if we look at this, it's fine. So it might just be because I need to make the walls separate assets. If guys haven't seen, the walls, the entire walls of the place are one asset. So I might just need to separate them out and basically bake the distance fields. This was kind of cool. Oh, this is nice. I mean, did it cause any positive effect having these on? It does. Yeah, I might just have to break them up, which I kind of want to do. I can't believe Display never came out with a jelly sweet range for them. Oh, Disney. How did I read that as Display? Right. What's your guys' favorite Disney movie and why? I just love this effect here. Sorry, I've been looking at the telly loads. Let's model at least one asset today. I should really be texturing, not modeling, but I need a cookie jar. Oh, that reminds me, actually. Cookie jars remind me. What? Oh, that's my projects. Whoops. Wrong place. It's only 900 megabytes. Disney Pixar. Disney? No, we'll just say Disney. Just Disney. What's your favorite just Disney movie? And then you can say a Pixar one as well. God, what is my favorite Disney movie? I don't think there's a Disney movie I can sit here and watch over and over again. Like, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be upset to watch it. Star Wars, I just realized what Megapixel said. I wouldn't be upset to watch it over and over again, but if I were to rewatch a movie, it'll very likely not be a Disney movie, if that makes sense. Oh, got a spot. Oh man, all I watch are Disney movies. Really? I've watched a lot of them. It's not like I'm saying I dislike them. It's just, like I said, it's not they're not the type of movies I'd pick to watch. I would probably consider some of them the best movies I've watched. But if I wanted to rewatch a movie, my first thing that probably comes to mind, Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean is probably my favorite Disney movie. I didn't even think about them. The Aristocats, really? I only watch Disney movies due to the quality. Oh, like how good the animation ethic is. POTC. POTC. Pirates of the Caribbean, right. POTC is my favorite movie. 3, obviously. 3 is really good. I think Pirates is probably going to have to be my favorite. I was thinking of animated movies, but I think if we are talking about all Disney movies, it's probably Pirates of the Caribbean. I really liked Moana, but that's kind of, I don't know, that's probably doesn't even scratch the top 3. Aladdin is definitely up there, but that's because I really, really like Robin Williams. Robin Hood is a banger as well. Do 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 do. Yeah, hand-drawn movies. Man, what would be my favorite hand-drawn one? It might be Aladdin. What was I doing? I've completely lost the train of thought. I was complaining about the shit, like the light leakage. I was doing that. Oh, Emperor's New Groove. Is that Disney? Is that Disney? Why doesn't it say? Am I blind? Yeah, it is. Hey, Brittany King. Ah, everyone's telling me it is. Well, thanks, guys. Oh, man. With that said, what about... Oh, God. Is it just called El Dorado? It is, right? El Dorado Studio. Movie. DreamWorks. Ah, so El Dorado. Atlantis is very good. Lilo and Stitch. Ohana was family. It's very good. But if you know what, if we're talking about the best animated 2D animated movie, Road to El Dorado. I thought it was called The Road to El Dorado, but I couldn't remember if it was just El Dorado. I loved The Road to El Dorado. For those of you who don't even know what it is, but maybe you've seen a GIF of it. Do we stream video games once in a while? I tried to, but no one really watched. But if people want to watch me play some games, I would stream games. Probably during the week, because that's usually when I don't have enough energy to do 3D, because I work full time doing 3D. Why is my camera like, camera, come on, over here. There you go. Again, we're going to model one thing, but I don't know what. Steve has a video game channel. Yeah, but no one watches it. Wait, what is Moose saying? I'm getting more confused. Oh, he does. It's called Steve's Games? Steve's Gaming? I haven't uploaded it to it in freaking forever. Steve's Gaming. Steve's Gaming. That's not me. Freaking. I don't want to get that by swapping channels, but it seems to be the easiest way. I've always been meaning to tell you this. I hate your Discord profile pic. How dare you? That is Rando Wiz, the OG new subscriber. You just subscribed to this channel. That channel seems dead. Yeah, when was the last upload? 2 years ago. 6 views, 2 views, 5 views, 5 views, 3 views, 1 views, 4 views, 6 views. Yeah, you know, it gets to a point where it kind of doesn't seem like any point uploading videos when I don't even reach over 100 views. Most of the time I don't even reach over 10 views. But I sometimes stream me playing games on Twitch, which is quite fun. I play all sorts of games too. In fact, I've got really into my portable devices again. Like, the Steam Deck's just made me really interested in loads of my portable devices. So I got this boy out a while ago. Well, it's about a month ago now. My Vita. I got a case for it and everything. It's metal. I say metal. It's got a metal plate at the front and back, but the rest of it's plastic. I had a feeling that would be the case. This boy is great. I bet you do well now that gaming channels are more popular. Gaming channels have been popular for ages. Oh my god. I mean, I've got the better microphone, and I've got not a great camera, but an acceptable camera, and I've got a better PC. And this boy, wow, it actually caught me all the way down there. Da 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 da. I love my Steam Deck, but I've barely played it recently. I actually launched it to play some Spyro the Dragon, because hey, I like your new mic. Thank you. Feeling that would be the case. Bad bum bum bum. Unintentional pun. Man, why are some people just thrown under the bus by YouTube algorithms while others upload 2 videos and get 1 million views because YouTube said yes? Yeah, I mean, my content isn't exactly, like, even when I play games, my content isn't exactly standout quality. So it's not like I'm not like, oh, YouTube, you're not sharing my videos. Like, I get that I wouldn't be recommended anywhere because it's not like anything I do stands out. But as I've said in my Discord chat, if anyone wants me to stream anything in particular, if people want me to stream games, if people want me to stream certain things, I will. Because I would rather do what you guys ask me to do than just do something random. I really want to model something in Maya. I've been very, very distracted. What do we want? And when do we want it? So I can't think of anything else in the kitchen would need to model. I guess we could model that. What do they even look like? So there's like one of these on the wall with the paper underneath it. I'm just gonna do a circle here, have this bit come out, and they like they're like clawed, aren't they? And you basically, if you pick it up, it like bends, or it bends the whole thing. So do I need a... You don't need what the heck is that called on our door frame? Hinge. You don't need a hinge, right? Now I'm just saying it in terms of the quantity of videos. Right, I get what you mean. Yeah, it is weird sometimes. You don't need like a hinge for it, because the way that they work is you basically pin them down in one spot, and then you basically bend the metal, right? What is it with Autodesk and Doxy people on their software and u.com or .co.uk? What? What's it? What? So we'll do one of these on the wall. So I think... how do I want to do this? I haven't used Maya in a while, in a hot second, so I can't rely on a bunch of the tools that I'm used to. But you can bevel still in here, right? Yeah, it's still the same shortcut as Blender. Bender! Shut up, baby, I know it. So I want it actually to be full, like this. So have a curved edge like that. And down here, to grab you, pull you in. And then it just needs to literally get to like this point here. I just probably will put like a big screw in here. Or maybe on a texture. Yeah, I'll probably do on a texture. There's a shortcut for extruding as well. Is it this? No, is it? Oh, this. There you go. And it does something like this. See, in the picture, it just looks like it does this. I'm like, well, that doesn't work. It has to do the thing where it does this, and then you basically pull it up. So if I do that, I can do a bevel one here. Something like this. So you grab this part, and you do like the little bending action on it. But with that said... Looking at the actual image, we're looking at it coming in more like this, right? So I'm going to want you and you to have a little bit of a bevel. Like that. Not quite. I think I technically want something more along the lines of these parts being beveled in. Like this. Yeah. I should have just used a circle. So like this. But when we get to... Oh, see, I need to get rid of these now. When we get to like here... Yeah, like here. Now, something I need to do, which I can't remember the tool for, is it just merge? Yeah, that should have merged. That should have merged all our like loose faces that we didn't... we weren't managing properly. Now, if I do this... Yeah, and bridge that. Perfect. Same on this side. Bridge that. What? Oh. Bridge that. Then we just need to fill those in with a pen to polygon. I have my custom shell still. Perfect. A pen to polygon, which is... So I haven't used this software in a while, which is why I'm talking through everything. Because... For about 2 years, I've barely even touched this software. Go sound like that. And then we need it much thinner like we had it. So let's grab it again and thin it out. Grab these parts and then do an extrude again. Basically doing the same thing we just did a second ago where we go like this. Go like this. Grab you. I'm going to do a much smoother, shorter bevel. Yeah, like that. Does it feel nice to be back? No, I prefer Blender. Not quite like this. It's definitely going to be something like this where it's tight. Like that. It's just annoying because on here it looks flat, but it can't be flat because it needs to bend. How you doing? Hey, Games UK Studio, how you doing, man? How are you doing? You're breathtaking. Bothers me. Because, like, if I do it like this... Well, it doesn't quite work here now. Which is delete edge loop, which is here. It just won't work unless I do thick pieces of paper behind it, but I guess I could. I still want a slight bevel here like that. And then on the edges here, have a little bevel. I hate my modeling toolkit. I don't hate it. I just, like I'm saying to Moderate earlier, it's just all, like there's some shortcuts, but it's just so button dependent. And I definitely prefer Blender's shortcut nature. I do think some of the tools, not that one. I do think some of the tools are really good, like soften, harden, edge like that. Admittedly, I would never put it down for those tools. And the way that it bevels, I think, is better from memory. I'll give it a check to see if it does it well with what we're about to do. So if we wanted like a bevel and all of this, how does that do? Does that get messed up when it gets to here? No, it's really good. Blender has trouble when you get to like a point where it comes in, where Maya, I know for a fact, has less trouble. But with that said, why are we still not being able to turn it up a lot? Is there a reason? Can I go above? I can just go above the value, I guess. I'd go to 1.5. I've got to undo it anyway, because I want to do the same thing on the back. That's how I feel about Blender. ZBrush is fantastic when it's not deleting. ZBrush is like joked about for having a really weird... Because I find it so ironic, because ZBrush for years was joked about for having a really weird input scheme. For example, as I've said before, being able to zoom in and out. So for those of you who don't know how to zoom in and out in ZBrush, I know you can set it up to a pen, but you can do the same in Blender. You can change your controls in Blender to set it up to a way that you prefer. Not bad, thank you. Just thought to watch your... Oh. Chat got hidden as I loaded up ZBrush. What's your stream? Not been here for a long time. Oh, damn. Okay. I do remember your name because I remember the UK studios. Unless someone else came in with a similar name. So if we come into... Jesus. Come into here. For those of you who don't know, in ZBrush... if it comes to ZBrush, so move around, it's just left click on an empty spot. Makes a lot of sense. Right click does the same thing. Middle mouse click does nothing in an empty spot. If you hold Alt and right click, you move. Alt and middle mouse click, you do nothing. And Alt and left click, you move. Right? Alt, it's just a select tool. Control, sorry, just select tool. And something I do really like is the snap tool. So if you're in a certain location, you can snap, right? So shift, left click if you're in this location. If you're using a pen, you just move the pen. Oh. Pen tab. Oops, bugger. Sorry about that. I don't know why I'm apologizing to you guys. Cool. So if you're using a pen, you just click somewhere, you move around, makes a lot of sense. If you want to snap, shift. So you can obviously assign, have I got shift on that? That's right click and erase mode. So you can hold shift on your keyboard. If you had buttons on your tablet, you can hold that shift and you can snap, right? So move over, snap here, move over, snap, move over, snap. Very nice. The weirdest one I will always consider weird, and I don't know if it's because they want to make it so it works on Mac or what. You'd think the scroll wheel would zoom in and out. If you go into Maya, the scroll wheel zooms in and out. If you go into Blender, the scroll wheel zooms in and out. Blender, left click doesn't move your mouse, doesn't move your thingy, but if you middle mouse click, you rotate. So your middle mouse can not only rotate you, but it can also zoom you in and out. And then shift, middle mouse, pans you. And that's the only controls you need for Blender. And then you can move around the scene. Blender also has a camera function, shift F, where you can literally fly around like you're in spectator mode. One of my favorite camera systems in Blender. If you press spacebar when you're looking at a cycle, you'll fly to it. If you push tab, you'll fall, and it's as if you're a first-person guy running around. Oh, unless I throw myself off the platform, then I'll just fall into oblivion because there's a gravity system. Blender, in my opinion, just because of all of that, is the most dynamic for controlling around your scene. It's pretty impressive how you just switch between all these software with such ease. I've used it for long enough. The controls... I'm a very good control-based person. I lack a lot of artistic skills and stuff like that, but if you sit me down in a video game I've never played and tell me to play it, I'll pick up the controls very quickly, very similar to software. So something you said earlier, like, oh, use my... because a standard person will probably have a very hard time picking up a software they used 2 years ago. Whereas I won't, because it's one of my very few talents, is being able to use control schemes quite common. So yeah, look, so Blender you can run around as if you're playing a first-person game, and you can scroll in and out to run faster or slower. You could jump. Oh, can you not jump? Oh, for some reason I thought you could jump. You cannot do that. But yeah, to me, it means Blender's got the most dynamic range for camera controls, right? We go to Maya. You got your scroll, you got your rotate, so scrolling, or zooming, scrolling out. You can also, which is kind of nice, well, you can do this in Blender too, but alt right click, and you could do a much more sensitive scroll, so not a stepping scroll. You could do like a very manual scroll. Very, very good. Alt left click will rotate you, middle mouse click, and alt will move you. So technically, similar to Blender, you can, so alt, middle mouse will pan you. Zooming is also on your middle mouse, but you need to left click, middle mouse, scroll. Yeah, you need to alt left click to rotate. So you technically need to use 2 mouse controls, but only 1 button on your keyboard if you want the whole functionality of your camera. Quite nice. No flying around mode like Blender though, so you've lost a little bit of I guess interactiveness, camera functionality. Oh, get rid of Blender. We don't need you open anymore. Now, ZBrush. I only mention this because Moderate really likes... I almost said Raiden. Moderate really likes ZBrush controls. And it's literally... I've seen it jokes about in the community quite a lot. The ZBrush doesn't have the most brilliant controls. Now, you might say, why is that? Because it seems pretty basic. Left click on the edge on an empty spot moves you. But when you're clicking on something, when you're clicking on something, it won't move you. Instead, you've got to... Oh, is there not a shortcut for that? Oh, instead you can't. If you're clicking on something, you can't rotate your camera in any way. You have to move your mouse either into an empty spot here or an empty spot here. That's why these spots exist here, because if you're zoomed really closely to an object, you can then come over here and rotate. You might be able to click the man as well, I'm not sure. Now, middle mouse clicking... left click. Alt left click also moves you, right? And you can do that over here. And then you've got the last control that will always boggle my mind. If you want to zoom in and out, this is what it's all leading up to. So I went into the other softwares. About that. So go. Scroll. Scroll. Nothing. Scroll doesn't do anything. Why doesn't it do anything? Maybe it's because they want to support it on Mac. Who knows? How do you zoom? Hold Alt on your keyboard. Alt on your keyboard, right click. Doesn't zoom, it pans. However, while still holding right click, let go of your Alt key while still holding right click, and now you can zoom. But the controls in Blender still make sense with a stylus. This is the weirdest one. Yes, you can assign a different button. If you've got like a macro key on your tablet, you can press that and then you can zoom in like this. Sure, but it's like you've said in the past, Moderate, about things. Why reduce functionality, or why you should give the option to use anything. This is taking away functionality from the mouse to an extent because it's just an awkward control. I've seen people, my friend Callum in university was really good at sculpting with a mouse, and he used to hate that that's how you zoomed in. Yes, it makes sense with a stylus to an extent, but I still don't like it. And I'm someone who's made a bunch of assets in ZBrush. Like, look, I know how to move around very quickly, and I know how to use the software. Whoops. And I guess you could change it to here. Oh, sorry, I was rereading what you wrote. I could change it to one of these buttons and just push that. But to be fair, that's already a right click, so I can press that and rotate myself, even when I'm on the object. Oh. Wait, hold on a minute. What control was I talking about? Oh, so you can just push right click, sorry, when you're on an object instead of left click. But it's just weird. If they at least made it so I could zoom with the scroll wheel, I wouldn't have such a gripe with it. But it's just such a weird thing that I have to hold Alt, right click, let go of Alt, and then I can start scrolling in and out. Well, not scrolling. I can start moving my mouse to go in and out. Zooming, there you go. I just find it so strange. I know this isn't like a good substitute and you hate buttons, but there's a button on the right pan. On the right pan? Never use it, but it's there. Wait, what? Have you ever seen a ZBrush Asylum YouTube video? I have not. Do tell. What is it? See, I don't know. It doesn't make sense like this, because it'll be one of those bendy ones, right? That you bend up. I could put paper underneath it. Plain. I see, I even remember, Moderate, that I have to hold... what button was it that I just pressed? Yeah, I have to hold J to snap it. And I can't just, like, if I want to snap it to a perfect degree. I'll be honest, it does feel nice to an extent being in Maya. I'll be completely honest, I haven't been in here so long, it's nice using some old gear that I used throughout my university days. Especially because I know I can model to the same extent in Blender, I just don't have a lot of the modifiers that I like to use in Blender. I've said it before, in my mind, Maya is just a Blender with less functionalities. Yeah, the controls are a little different, but in general, the lack of functionality is what annoys me the most. Just, wait, I already read that. Sorry, I'm reading Twitch chat again. I'm going to actually quickly do a duplicate of this and make a wall panel. So that way I can get it aligned a bit better. There you go. I'll pull it back a little bit more. There you go. So I can pull that back to where we want. And then all I want to do is pull this out. So another weird thing is I didn't used to do this a lot in Maya, but I did it a lot in Blender. And that's when I want to smooth something out, I will create one edge loop and then bevel it. And that gives, and then like turn up its thingies. And that's really, really cool. Because it's just a really easy way to get some curves or something. For those of you who didn't know that little tip, there you go. Admittedly, I should really be clamping this bottom of this top part a bit more. So I should be like doing something like this. Press G. Wait, for what would I just do? G repeats command. Did I not repeat command? That. It's still flat over here. Oh, I assumed it would be the same as Max. It was to get rid of the grid. Oh! No, to get rid of the grid in Maya, just do that. What I do want to do is assign a new material to this. I guess I can see what I'm doing. Now we just get slight rotations and slight adjustments and a new piece of paper. Oh, we can't have it overlaying the paper though. Oh yeah, that's a good point actually. There's no more undos? I only just... What? I only just started to undo. What do you mean? Hold on a minute. There you go. We can't really rotate it that way because it will go into the thingy. We have to just, I guess, shift it and very, very minor... I can't even really shift it. Hold on a minute. What would be the best way to make loads of layer of papers? Would it be to just make it 3D and probably... Yeah, probably. And just do a texture that makes it look like there's lots of layer of papering. So do that. No, not bevel. That's the completely wrong thing. That one. Pull this out. Oh, that's one other thing I'll give to Maya. Oh, you know what? I can't have it here. I have to have it here. Is it has a way better understanding of where you want to pull your whatchamacallit, your normals. Like, there's something about blenders that just doesn't work as well, but Maya will always have a really good direction to where you need to go. Like, if let's bevel this for a second and then extrude that, it will know exactly where that needs to go. Even if I have a slight angle like this, which is like, get over there. I just want it to look that way. There you go. No, I want it to look this way. There you go. When I get to pull it out, it will come out at the exact angle that normal is facing. I have to admit, Blender sometimes has issues with that. There you go. One biff fat and one plain on top. Wait, what? One big fat. Oh, right. So make it like fat one like this, and then have a layer on top that's a separate one. Is that what you mean? What would duplicate this? Like this? Nope. So that's one thing that I remember being really annoying with, is you can't just take a face off, right? Instead, I'll just duplicate it. Oh, that is how you set a whole edge. Nice. I'm glad I remembered that. I'm gonna pull this slightly forward to attach it and make it slightly bigger. Like that. So you get that one piece of paper over the top, maybe a little bit wider. And you know what? I can actually do that thing where you get like, oh, how do you soft select? It's not O, is it? B? I'm remembering shortcuts. Now, when you press B, it doesn't actually bring up the tool on the left. I think you just click Tool Settings and then Soft Selection. There it is. Now we change this so we can pull from a soft select. We want probably this. Yes. We want it to be probably 0.25. 1. We pull this out because it's the last piece. We want it to kind of come out a little bit more like that because it's the top one. See that? Looks pretty nice. And that means whoever's going to grab it next, Control Shift for what? Control Shift. Oh, what the heck? I've never used that before in my life. Oh, that's like moving the whole thing on a normal. Hold on a minute. Is it because I've got... Wait. That's how you move on normal. I never knew that, Maya. It always bothered me. There you go. Delete the wall. And that's our mesh. Now, when it comes to UV mapping, Maya is phenomenal. A little bit better than Blender, but I wouldn't say significantly better than Blender. What I should do... I'm not going to delete the edge loops because I want to see how they look, how they work when I export them from here. This should really be thinner, I'll be honest. This should definitely... TBH. Oh, Jesus. No, how do I... There is a way to do it in here. Wait, how do I... Tab, right? Yeah. I don't remember how to select a certain distance of edge loop, but there you go. Uh-oh, I missed one. Very exciting. I wonder if, Very Chill is still here. I was going to ask him a question because if he mentioned about gaming, what game or games does he play, and what game would he want me to play on stream? What's your obsession with Max? No, I'm joking. I think that's fine like that, giving the tension here. That kind of makes sense, I think, how they kind of work. I'll do a big screw here. On a thinking, so how do I do UVs again? This has been a big while. Right, so the way I used to do them was I did this to unitize, right? Selected all of them, and deselected the faces I wanted. Oh, actually, we'll just do this. So because it's an n-gon at the bottom, it won't select the edge very well. So if I just quickly isolate, there you go, like this, I can see it. That's another thing I really like about Maya. It automatically has a setting to turn on your grid. Blender doesn't. You have to manually set one up, which isn't the most annoying thing in the world, but it's definitely not as quick as just having one. So I could do it like this, and then we just go move as so. Select all of them, and then go... It's got a shortcut. Control L, Control U, that's it. Unfold. Like this. That is not unfolded well. Is that because I need to freeze transformations? Control U. There you go. Same view. Control U. Sweet. And then if you Control L, it will lay them out on the grid. Ta-da! If I rotate that. So here you go. I'm having to manually sort these as well. But I don't just want that. I want the paper too. This paper would be easy. I just literally need to unfold and we're done. Is it? That's not. Yeah, that looks good. Another way I could have done this was connecting one of the sides. Don't think I necessarily need to. I think that looks fine. What? Why is it doing that? Is there a face there? No. Oh, just the UV's looking weird, I guess. As I was doing earlier, unitize. This. I'll attach one of the sides like this. This. Yes. Look at this superior software. Beautiful. Show them the crash window for the real experience. Oh, you know what? I hope it crashes. That'd be so funny. I'll have to admit, Moderate, that was the biggest reason I hated the software, because compared to Blender, it crashes significantly more. But anyway, with how you're just picking it back up, not because it's been a while, because you've been using a new software for so long. Even so, Autodesk crashes is a staple of the software. So true. If you get used to saving a lot, it's one of those issues that if you get used to saving a lot, it's not that big of an issue. But if you're not used to saving, I just want to check. So is Very Chill not here anymore? It's such a shame. I wanted to ask what games he'd want me to play. Yeah, I hate that too. The crashes. Crashes are the worst. Oh, what have you been making, by the way, Games UK Studio? Or studios? If you've got anything you want to share, if you want to share with the class, feel free. And I'll show it to everybody. You feel nice to Max won't crash. You see, that's the weird thing, Moderate, as well, because you see how quickly I picked this back up. I know I used it for a long time. I just couldn't pick 3ds Max up. I think 3ds Max is significantly better than Maya, but I just couldn't pick up the controls. I don't know why, because I rarely struggle with this kind of stuff. But it just didn't click with me when it came to 3ds Max. It's not brilliant. Have I got a different setting in my Unfold tools? Unfold 3D. Layout UVs, iterations, fix manifold. See, that's something that always annoyed me as well. What are manifold? And why is it sometimes need fixing? Why does it sometimes need fixing? So I could definitely make this UV map better. Right? I feel like I could. If it goes here, you can't make it bigger. If I do this and this, I then easily can scale that up a little bit more. I like that too. It shows you when you go over. That's more of a quality of life versus Blender than anything, but it's still very, very nice to have. Mercedes-Benz 44 not finished yet. Ooh, can I see it? We're just wired differently, I guess. Maybe it's just because the extent of having... Because I know ZBrush, I know Blender, and I know Maya. I can use them all quite effectively. But maybe it's because I have the knowledge of using those three. It's hard to extend to a fourth one for me. I just want to see that shape in Blender. We'll do like a comparison to the annoyances of Blender or vice versa. How do you get... So this is another thing in Blender vs Maya, which I'll show. Is Maya does have the tool to turn on ambient occlusion and wow, I can't even see it, but that is ambient occlusion, right? It's not even telling me. Tell me. I'm pretty sure it's ambient occlusion. I get really close, do I see it? Oh, God. Yeah, you can just see it. The AO looks nice because it helps to look like it's a separate mesh. Now, coming to Blender, let's try to make the remake the shape. So, Blender, as I've shown millions of times over, has a lot of shortcuts. If you get used to these shortcuts, you can go quite fast. However, I'm not saying, because we were sort of learning how we wanted to make this shape in Blender in Maya, so I'm basically just going to repeat the functions we were doing. Why does it look like an egg? In fact, I will start with so like adding all of this, just quick shortcut, quick and snappy. Click that. Click these. We could do the bridge again that we did in Maya, where you just do this, you do set the tops. But in Blender, you can also do a grid fill, which is very, very nice. If it works, apparently not. Fine, we'll do a bridge, which is like we did earlier. Like that. F does a quick fill. I don't need to append to polygon. I just need to do a very quick fill, bridge, fill, like that. And at the bottom, we had it coming down, coming out, coming down. Fill that, grab that, do a quick bit. Why is it more on one side? We'll do this. There you go. Something like that. I'm going to use the Maya one. So I'm showing you this, but I'm going to use the Maya one. Had a little bevel on here. Like that. That's that shape. Not quite done. I have a little bevel in here too. Like that. Smooth, you get this weird effect. In Blender, you have to just turn on the auto smooth like that to fix that. We want bevels around the edges. Now, I said Blender has a worse beveler. It usually has trouble with thick edges. You see that? You get this weird overlay. So I got to give credit to Maya for that one, because Maya tends to fix that up quite nicely. However, despite there being n-gons, it selects the edge loop very nicely, and I don't have to spend time doing little extra bits there. So you can do a bevel there. Did I even have a bevel in the Maya one? Oh, I didn't even put a bevel in it in the end. We won't use bevel. But I showed the advantage of both just then anyway. Blender also has a sort of select tool like that. Cool. So you get your whatever shape you want to call this, the like paper. This comes up to just here, like this. Cool. It then. Oh, so it wasn't this shape when I did it in Maya, was it? I started with a like that. Like, oops. Like this. Then we did one here. So this is the exact same process than Maya. It's just different controls essentially. Do that, and then see, this is the one advantage again to Blender is I can do this and just duplicate this out. You can kind of do that in Maya, but it's very weird. Grab this part. Now if we do this, it's going to grab the whole thing. We want to go connected only like that. We want to turn this into a linear. Let's read what you guys are saying. So you realize my superior and immediately switch back. In the capital of superior modelers and superior software, I still see people work magic with Modo. Modo, is that you say it? Hey Steve-O, what's up with the political climate over there? Oh, don't. I try not to be political. I accidentally wrote in the server chat the other day that, oh, you know, from what I've seen of Biden, he seems like a nice guy. I wasn't trying to get political. I was just saying from a across the pond perspective, he seems like a nice man. I should not have wrote that because people don't like to hear anything to do with politics, even if all you're saying is if you like someone's personality. So I don't want to talk political here about anything because I know people get very upset about it. Am I slightly making fun of those people by saying that? A little bit. Because unless I'm specifically saying to you, oh, I think this policy sucks, I'm not trying to be political. I'm just trying to, I was just saying it seemed like a nice man. Like, people need to chill out. I should have really done this in Maya too, like that. That looks a little bit better. And there you go, there's a shape done in here. Now, if you want to UV map it, it's a very similar technique in here. So in here, you have to mark your seams, which you can actually do in Maya. I just don't use those tools because I think it's pretty fast doing it the way I do it. So Maya, I'll UV map it basically the exact same way. I isolated it. I selected it around here like this. I then didn't mark seam in Maya, but a very similar process. And then I unwrapped it. Pretty, like, almost identical results that we got in Maya. The only difference we have in this model right now is the paper at the front is an attached asset compared to it being unattached that we had earlier. So I think I did this or this. Wait. Yeah. None out of people who are into politics are the same people who are you're with us or against us, like a big boy. Yeah, like I could say a couple of things. I could sit here and be like, oh, I really liked. I don't want to talk about American politics. Let's use a British person's name, British politician. Oh, I really liked Theresa May. I thought she seemed like a very nice lady. Nothing to mention about her policies, nothing to mention about what she tried to push on her agenda. You know, I saw her feed a dog once. I thought that was really nice. I haven't actually seen this. I'm just making up a complete lie because I'm trying to show you guys how pointless it is to get mad at me. We're just thinking just to say I thought someone was nice. They could be a horrible person. I'm just saying from like I saw the person do it seemed like a nice gesture. I thought it was funny when Obama went to dip a cookie. I know I said I wouldn't mention Americans, but Obama's like he's known across the world. When he tried to dip a cookie into milk and he went, thanks Obama, because the cookie was too big or the glass of milk was too small, the diameter. It was funny. Me saying he's funny or I found that action funny isn't the same as me saying I think he's a good leader. I'm not saying he's not a good leader either. Social media really shows you how trash people's politics are. Yeah, it's so true. My first vehicle, been working on it for 3.5 weeks. Pretty don't know if it is the right way of doing it. It's for a video game. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. It's kind of high poly. I assume you putting it in there means you want to share it in chat, so yeah, I mean, it's good. Like, you've got stuff that probably has justification to the poly count, so yeah, it's cheap. It looks good. At the end of the day, if the shape looks fine, you're doing a good job. Well, if it looks fine without the wireframe, you're doing a good job. Obviously, you don't want to, like, if you're sitting there and you've got an asset, like I've got this, and I've just got all of these here. I've got all of these here, and I've got all of these here, and they're not doing anything. Then it's just a waste of poly count. But mostly, it's not going to have a huge effect if you've got maybe double the poly count. It should be if it was fully optimized. If I look at my tank, I wrote Artie in. Probably because of the wheels and the tracks, because the tracks are all physical meshes. But if you want to actually find out statistics how much something can be on poly count, you can always type a game in that's similar. So, World of Tanks, tank poly count. In 2015, 7 years ago, 2014, so 8 years ago, they made their tanks as much as 100,000 polys, and that was 8 years ago. So presumably you can have them higher than that now. That's polys, not tries. You should unwrap and model that. What, the tank? Not sure if it was just me, but the stream dropped out as soon as you launched ArtStation. Wait, is it completely dropped? Main characters should have 80k polys. Is that actually true? I mean, the characters we have in our games is lower than that, like for my job. But I'm just actually curious. I mean, that's pretty high anyway, thinking about it, right? I guess it depends how much detail on them. But if you look at, like, my tank, like I said, I don't think that exceeded over 200,000 tries. So, but it's a very large vehicle. It's got a lot of detail in it versus just a person. But missed your entire speech about tank. Oh, that's fine. I remember someone sending me a actually post from a professional to say how many tries something should be. God, sorry. My generic processor on 1000, 2000. Polys or tries? I think all base models should have inflated polys, but great LEDs. Yeah. My entire scene right now is 47k. Yeah, it's because there's a lot of rectangular shapes. Like, if we just look at this, it doesn't look like there's a lot in it. But I bet this is like 400. Maybe I'm over estimating. Stats. Okay. Well, I was close. 340. But it's only 159 faces. Got my... One second. It's like stuck back there. I mean, it's like constantly stuck back there, but... Anyways, we're not going to use this version, but I do want to come into here. And I do want to add in those extra edge loops that I had. It does. I'll show you the actual... what's this? My camera actually doesn't pick it up too well, I noticed, but... I want one. Boom. If I go into here, I can change the color to whatever I want. But again, as you can see, look, there's these white bits. Doesn't look like that to me. It just kind of comes through kind of weird on here for some reason. If I turn it down, it's overall brightness down, you can kind of see the color more. But you can go through a cycle, so it will change color. If I turn it to max speed, you go through the colors quickly. Whoa. You can go slow, and it will slowly go through all the colors of the rainbow. You've got confetti. What's that one do? That's kind of cool. You've got twilight. You've got breathing, which is just take the color you've got and do that, and you could go really slow with it, which I think looks better. I wish you could go slower, but I guess you could just put it here. Or a little bit higher than that. Like here. And that would kind of make it look slower. Then when you talk... I don't think so, but that would be kind of cool. I don't know what that's doing. Hold on a minute. What did that do? I'm not overwriting it, I was like, whoa. I mean, green's my favorite color, so I've just popped it like that and turned that down and kept it on a nice low green. And then touching it turns it off, like so. Yeah, so another thing with optimization as well. Too. And my friend does do this that I work with. I'm just kind of too lazy. I probably should do it. Whoops. I probably should do it, but I'm just kind of too lazy. Is grab this. Pull this down a little bit so we get a slight move from here. Oh well. Wow. Hold on a minute. Oh, I pulled it away. So that's like huge. Slightly clip it through there. Hold on a minute. Pull this out. Pull this up. There you go. So we get a much more natural looking thingy. Yeah, so if you talk about optimization, what you can do is as soon as it gets to a point where you don't need this extra like detailing here, like if none of this is changing its flow as it comes down, you know what I mean? You could then, which I never do because I'm just too lazy, but you could then start. God, which way would I do this? Like you can merge this to the center, right? Or merge it this way. So we go merge. Weld. It's weld, isn't it? Target weld. Yeah. You can then start pulling these out like this as you come up. So the only place you've got this extra little detailing is here. But that's a lot of extra work for saving a little bit of extra poly. So I'm not too into doing that. Mostly just because I'm too lazy. But I'll pull this back a little bit here to look like it's being pushed in. Same here. Goes back out a little bit. Cool, that looks pretty good. That is unwrapped already. I did change it a tad, so I should really come into here. Ooh. Oh, I didn't grab that last one. Whoops. Re-unwrap, relay out. Ugh. That is a terrible use of this space, but could I not get that much better because of this? With so much dead space. Can you make it like... Oh, you know what? What I could do is... Oh, I should delete the back. I already read that. One bad thing about Max, as far as I could tell, when you remove edges, there's no way to remove verts along with it. So you have to remove edges, then go into the vert mode and... Right. See, one thing I don't like about Maya is you can't just work... So if I, like, grab this... Wait, was it extrude behind this one? Nope. Extrude. Shift, I can extrude that, whatever. Or I could try to do it here, but it won't let me extrude just a single vert. It will convert it and make it work with sort of this, which some people might think is cool, but I don't like that. Because in Blender, there's plenty of times where using a single vert can be very, very useful. You go like this, you can start outlining a shape. You know what I mean? Boom. We've got the shape I was trying to outline. Boom. It wasn't supposed to look like an S. I was just kind of doing a random thing, but it now kind of looks like an S. Bevel that. And we have a decent shape. Smooth it. So the modifier shelf, again, is probably the best thing. I don't know what's happening here. I've never seen that before. That's interesting. Boom, boom, boom. Is it because of this? It is because of that. There you go. We get that nice smooth. Whereas in Maya, if I want to replicate that shape, I have to then instead just basically take an edge and then keep extruding it out. Rotate. Is there a... See, there's no... Well, at least not in normal, not in Maya Lite. There's no function to do another cool thing Blender has, where if you come into Blender, if I was doing it that way, let's get that shape again. Grab this, go to the side, make sure I have freeze transformations. I can then do this, where I just hold Alt and right click, and I can just follow it along the path, and it will auto rotate. So if I want it to be sharp, it will make it sharp. See what I mean? That is very cool, especially if you're just doing like quick wiring or something. So now, boom, make it thin, do that. And we have something that kind of resembles wiring. Control backspace, get rid of the words. Oh. It's cool on the Pro, lol. It's one of those things that never bothered me enough to search. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff for me. You gotta bridge the edges. Okay, that's cool. I wish Max had that. Right? Blender does so many things from... Well, especially versus Maya, where I'm just like, why does it not have this? I don't really know what I'm doing with this, because we have so much dead space. The video game. I mean, I could grab the back and reduce its texture density, and then pop you into here. And then grab you and then pop you a little bit bigger. Immediately, I could probably shrink this as well a little bit, because a lot of it's going to be hidden behind the main piece of paper. But it still doesn't give me a brilliant amount of space. Sometimes I just think you have to accept you're not going to get the best bang for your buck on the unwrap. Wish Max had what I missed that. I use Blender for physics of the apples. Physics in Blender. See, that's another really cool thing. Blender has really cool physics and paper. You missed this moderate and paper and cloth. Being able to do this. Well, that's a little bit tight there, Jesus. But if you actually make it look quite nice, you can average it out a little bit better. So rotate that. What's over? Then I pull it up and sharpen it up here, and you've got essentially a super makeshift wire. Well, it's a little bit sharp over there, but in general, just the ability to do that. We can just keep adding those edges and it will follow the correct normals as it goes. I mean, another one I really like is the ability to, like... How did I do it before? How did I do it before? So if you make like a pattern you want. So I'm going to try to make the pattern I want. Yeah, that's fine. Looks good enough. Something like this. That then so you could always just go simple and pop this in an array. How is that not perfectly aligned? There you go. And then boom, we've obviously got unlimited chain length we could go. But then if we go a little bit more fancy, and I've showed this actually in a tutorial, I kind of want these chains to be a little bit thicker. Oh, doesn't really work with the position I've placed them. But I believe if I just adjust that position, adjust this was position, be pretty fine. There you go. They're a little bit thin on the edges, so I should probably fix that. This is, I know I'm just like messing around, but yeah, I think that's just too thin in general. Whatever. We got some chains, right? But it has built-in game engine, so I guess that's why all the physics stuff is good. Blender doesn't have a built-in game engine. Not anymore. They got rid of that ages ago. Unless they brought it back in without me realizing. There you go like this. Scale this down a little bit. There you go. Do a... Well, actually, we'll just do this. Put it on the curve. That to the array to a curve. See, I did fix this at one point. How did I do it? Where it actually scaled across the curve properly. Like, because obviously it's trailing behind. But I did fix it in one of my projects, but I can't remember what I did. What did I do? Did I just pull this back to here? No. Oh. Did I just do that? No, that's definitely not a way to go. Oh, actually, kind of works. Anyways, so then you can do this, and you've just got an unlimited tool for making chains. Now, these chains bend, which isn't accurate, but you can actually swap the order. Nope. There's a way to set it up so it doesn't force it. I can't remember how. But yeah, and we can do... You can do this with any pattern you want. That doesn't align itself properly with that at all. Again, there is a way to do it. I just can't remember how. That kind of works a bit better. Did they? Oh, yeah, ages ago, from what I remember. But you can do this with any shape. If I put something in here, I don't know. that didn't... Oh. To active? Oh. What am I looking for here? To active. There you go. With that, pop this in like this, and you get this ball. That will go along it now as well. And again, as you bring it along, you'll get more of them. But then you can do something like... I wonder if I can remember how to do this. If I grab you, delete the face. Come to the... Oops. Come to the side. And then you do another one over here. Then we do a screw. Oh my. Ooh. If we could do that first, you do it on the correct axes. I should really not be doing this one. Oh. That is not correct. 360 is definitely where I'm supposed to be, I'm pretty sure. Oh, hold on a minute. What's going on? I didn't realize I made extra. There you go. Let's take the array and a curve off for a second. So that's not correct at all. That shouldn't be connected to it now. There is a way to make a rope work. I'm just trying to make... seeing if I can remember at the top of my head how to do it. I mean, it looks like it's trying to work, which is something at least. Why is it so tall, though? Oh, well, that's working a little bit better already. Right, so it doesn't help that, because when they subdivide, they get obviously smaller. What if I do it the other way? No. So I need to bring them into... be a little bit more clamped. This closer. I mean, that's a stay at 360. And that's not how you do it all. It's causing... Do I just need to make that longer than shrink them? Or shrink... Why is it going to the center of grid? Scanning around the center. That can't be where its origin is. Why is... What? Origin to... there? Nope. Oh, bugger. Cursor to active. So active. Ah, fine. We'll just go to the center. Yeah, that's not working. It's made it very long. And I don't really... Because when it pulls back, it's getting really tight. Is it because I need to do like 90? And then you pull it back. Not 90. No, it needs to go to one... yeah, it needs to go to 360, otherwise it won't work. Right? Because it needs to reach back to its origin point. That's interesting. Okay, that looks more rope-like. 15 meters. Array. Merge. Subdivide after the array. There you go. So now we can make that rope go as far as we want. And then with the curve, let me delete all the edges but the first two, just so we aren't like over the top of what we got. This. Pull that back to the start. I'm just basically showing off Blender right now and why I think Blender's very, very cool. Fit to curve. You. Again, we're not fitting to curve at all. It's because I need to do that. It helps a little bit. Let's go. Kind of helping. Now the last thing we need to do is go curve, attach it to the curve. Attach it to the curve. There you go. Now when I do this, it should follow the curve. And we've got some rope we can just put wherever we add it. Look, it knows when it needs to swap it around and stuff. Like, it's just... It's very cool. I didn't know it's a janky way he did that at 100%. Hey, man. It works. Like, it's just so many cool tools, right? Okay, Steve, now that's cool. This is the kind of stuff I really love seeing in Blender. Now, I know 3ds Max has lots of modifiers, so you could probably have a similar thing there, but Maya doesn't. I can't... There's probably tools for Maya that will allow you to do this, but a big thing we need to remember is Maya costs money. Again, you could change this as well, so if we want it to be tighter rope... Jesus, it's having a bit of trouble. Tighter rope, we could do that. But you get this, like, chunkiness that I don't like. I think 3 is probably the sweet spot. Yeah. I think I missed some stuff in chat, right? You have to hotkey it, right. Okay, yeah, I missed loads of stuff. You guys wrote way more. I was really focused on what I was doing. So if you try to add points to the spline in a perspective in Max, those new points would be off in Infinity. Basically, you have to use ortho. Wow. I rarely use orthographic these days. I remember my mate Jake's like, people need to use orthographic more. And I didn't disagree with him at the time. But I rarely find myself needing to do it. Because when I'm making something, I'll just look at it and be like, oh, I want that on Y, and then I want that on green. And you just middle mouse click, like, I want it to go up. Obviously... That's going to go like wherever it's going. But if you do it and press middle mouse click as you do it in the direction you want, so if I grab and then middle mouse click up, grab middle mouse click right, grab middle mouse click that way, I'll get a perfect X, Y, Z. You can push G, X, G, S, not G, S, G, Y, and G, Z to do a similar thing. Actually, I'll check it out for you. Oh, thanks. This guy makes great stuff. Oh, that's cool. The customer service was written an hour ago, an hour or two, even for 8-year-old products. Oh, wow. That would have been Ace when I was doing telephone wires. I said this to you, like when I think I made it for you, showed you, didn't I? Because it's just like, you just make it follow. With telephone wires, it's very similar to the rope, right? Like the only difference under it. The only difference is I would have had it so it didn't need these two, right? Yeah, that's basically a telephone wire. A little bit different, but that's not far off, right? No. Telephone wire is only one, right? So we literally only need one. And then we need it to just do it more. Not quite. Oh my god. Why is it getting so... It's so weird. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, Blender. I'm sorry. Ah! Okay. Anyways. See, I tried Libra. Alright, okay, Steve, no, that's cool. You have to hotkey it. That's the thing, you have to remember how you say it. I love how easy it is to set Steve off on a tangent. That's okay, we're talking. I'm a big supporter of Orpho. You used to always make fun of me for it. However, I have been modeling perspective a lot more recently. Back when I used Blender, like when I was much younger, I used to sit in orthographic view all the time. It's why I needed a keyboard with a numpad. But recently, I just don't... I don't know, I just barely use it. Up the iterations. Oh, was that the reason? No. I'm definitely missing something, but I don't. Do I need to rotate it? Let's turn off. Take some of the curve points away to increase performance. There you go. I think it's because you need to like rotate it, right? Yeah, that makes it thicker. I need to make it somehow connect now. That's how you get the thickness. Right. Okay. So we probably wanted to do it at a perfect 45 degree. Like that. There you go. And then you want to, on its array, slightly bring it in. Ooh, slightly bring it in. Jesus. Is it like a 0.85? You could get probably the perfect numbers to do this. Yeah, it looks perfect. I just never bother. Cool. And now you've got like a telephone wire. That's literally how I did my telephone wire for in here. I probably use Ortho more than I realise. I just don't feel like I use it that much. Who's messaging me? Sorry, I wrote back on now. I've lost train of thought. Saying we didn't make anything more complex in Maya, but we made something. I still really dislike how this has turned out. But how do I place this so it has a better UV? I don't think we do. So I guess we'll just file. Export selected. Export selected. This is the best thing about Maya. There's a separate option to only export the selected. Oh. You have no idea. For those of you who've not watched me too much, you have no idea how frustrating that is in Blender. I had to set it up. Moderator had to basically set it up for me so it only exported selected at all times. You can definitely get away with not using it. I didn't use it. Didn't used to think that, but you definitely can. Yeah, I've had people say to me in the past, especially in university, that you need to be an orthographic. And back then, again, I definitely used it more than I did, but it's definitely not a necessity. If you get used to not using it, it's fine. SM_kitchen_ sticky notes. They're not really sticky notes, but I don't really know what else to call them. That will be a familiar name for me to remember. Uh-oh. You didn't see that. I mean, it wasn't really anything anyway, but you didn't see that. That was work. Batch Explorer is the best. Simpsons assets. Oh wait, I literally copied the URL or the what's it called? Directory. I copied the directory and then I said my headset to stand off. But luckily, this headset is dying. So not luckily for this. This headset is dying way quicker than it used to. Either that or this new wire I've got for it is really not charging it up like it should. It used to last easily over a day, but now I can't seem to get a full day's charge out of it. I do use it non-stop. Steve, you're so beautiful, I can't get over it. What, my shave? Why's my camera so low again? Okay. I'm trying to get that jawline to come in. By losing weight. Wait, what do you think about the glasses? Quick, someone says something mean. I mean, that's pretty much my whole life, so. Kitchen, did I just call it sticky notes? You're like a different man. It makes me mad. I don't know if I should be complimented by that or not. I can't really tell. Sticky notes. There you go. Discard changes? I don't think I did anything. Cool. Another thing with Maya is you rarely get inverted faces. It's very obvious when you have an inverted face, admittedly, in Maya, but I just rarely seem to get them whenever I've used Maya. Don't worry, my beard won't look like this. My beard won't look like this. My face won't look like this for very long, so I will just make my beard grow out more. Why is my camera keep going really low? Creases? I think we have a paper now, right? We Jesus. Paper. Paper? What is this? I don't... What's folds? My money don't jiggle jiggle. It folds. It's a little too dirty. It's supposed to be new paper. Well, there you go. That's some of the dirt gone. I'll keep the detailing in. Yeah, that's fine. Keep that in. I'll make it a little bit less, a little bit more white like that. What do we want it to be coloured in? Hold on a minute. No, it's white. And then this part needs to be metal. So, black mask. Select you. I need to do lines across here, which is actually... So that is really important that I have that coming up flat on here. Which it is kind of coming up flat, so it shouldn't be a problem. Ah, right. So, oops, so it probably would have been better if I kept all these separate into one long run. Yeah, because the way I want to texture it... I'll see how it works. So if we unitize just those, select all of them, deselect all the ones in here. Wait. Just connect these edges up. Well, except one, because we need one to be disconnected, otherwise it won't make sense. Then we unwrap it. Ah, it's doing that. I was hoping it would be completely flat. Okay. So the UE tools is definitely better in here if I remember what they are. I want to flatten it. They changed it not long before I thingied, because like another way to flatten it is just do this. So if I do this and then do this, something you can do now, so we'll align these edges too. Like I can do now is align those, flatten those, align those, flatten those. Then select all the faces in between, so from here to here. Does that work? Then you can unwrap just those. Nope. Wait. Hold on a minute. That shouldn't have done that. There's definitely a way to unwrap these without causing the rest to move. I can't remember though. You're going to right side corner. I'd say pastel green. Maybe I should make it a color. Man, how do I do this? How do you do it in Blender? In Blender, you just select it, right? Like, let me have a go. If I did it in Blender... So I want it to be straight so I can tile it easily. So let's clear seam. Mark seam. Mark seam. Unfold. Formal. I've clearly not marked a seam somewhere. Oh, this side. In Blender. In Blender, it stayed quite flat anyway. Yeah, I don't actually need to do it in Blender. Because I want it to be like that, so when I put the texture to go across it to give you lines to make it look like paper gaps, it's really easy because it just perfectly aligns it. Oh, what the? What's wrong with my mouse? Did you see that? It was like laggy. I can't remember how to do it in mine. There is a way. I mean, technically this doesn't look terrible. But I do think they need to be flat. I could just do this. And they should roughly be in the right spots. If I scale it down as well, I'll be able to see it if I lay out. Substance will do a lot of heavy lifting on this anyway. Jesus Christ, what did that? They have so much issues. So many issues. Yeah, cool. Yeah, you're not getting much warping anyway, but I should really flatten them. I have friends who would get mad at me for not. Well, I have one specific friend who would get mad at me for not making my UVs perfect. I've never been a big person to make my UVs perfect, or any of my stuff like perfect, because I've said it a lot of times in the past. I'm all about speed, and I'm going very slow today, don't get me wrong. But I'm all about speed usually. So whatever is like the quickest way that's going to get me to get something done. So yeah, that should work like that. I will usually do that way instead. So this is now in its way. I wonder if I can get better unwrap now because they're all separated. I've got a way worse unwrap. Yeah, it's because the density of that's going to be like really weird. So what if we do this instead then? It's not too bad. I can pull it up a little bit. Better than what we had before on the actual, on those fronts. So mouse wheel and straighten UVs. Oh, as a click at mouse wheel. Or too late. What's it called again? Kitchen. It was called paper sticky notes. What did you do? Make a lot of progress today, Steve? No. I don't know why we're doing 2K, but it's fast enough at doing it, so may as well. We'll get nice shadowing behind there. I don't know if we want anything wrote on it. We can have something wrote on it. We can give it a paper color if we want, like green. We need a steel or something for that. No. Bad steel. Bad steel. No, terrible steel. Damn, these are way too dirty. I need a much cleaner steel, guys. Just that one? Don't like that. Well, I kind of like that, but it's too dark. We want them to be very faded. Then can I turn up the brightness here? I cannot. So we're going to do this. This. Like that. That's sharp there. That's very, very annoying. That should have been smooth. Why isn't that smooth? Actually sharp there. Oh, it is. Why isn't that smooth? Take you away. I need to go into here, here, here. There you go. I must have beveled it after I'd smoothed it, I guess. I guess it's one benefit of it being all automated in Blender. Because there's a lot of downsides to that. Wait, how can you post a YouTube link? Uh-oh. I can't believe I did this. It's taken away my chat completely. Oh, that's where the tools are. They didn't used to be in there. They used to just be on the top bar. It was so much more convenient. They moved it all. I can't believe you've done this. I can't actually go back to my chat. Moderate. Why? Why do you break things? Sorry. Boom. 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 That should now be nice and smooth there. Okay, so the reason I did that earlier is because I should be able to go for a, not a stripe, a line. Right? It might have to use stripes, actually. I could technically use that entirely, right? Because you just do a levels. Am I correct in saying that? Going to here, feel, base color, tile. That's not tile. Tile, wrong way. That way. 180. That is barely tiled. I mean, I know it's tiling on here. We'll ignore that. 500. Aha, that's what I want. Again, we'll ignore it on here because I'm gonna basically black mask it. I'll do it now and do this, and it should just select that. Cool. And then all we want to do is set this to a multiply. This should work. He says multiply. There you go. Turn this down and then turn down all this. Actually, I can have a height and bring it in or out. Oh wait, equally I want to do a levels and make it tighter. In which way? I do not see that getting tighter at all. Ah, it's because it's not on the fill, right? My camera's gone down again. There you go. Your way is better. Oh, did you have a way? Yeah, that's the fill. Did I not want it on the fill? Did I want it on the base instead? Like that. Get rid of the fill. Do levels. Oh! Hold on. Is it because I need to right click this? Go levels. It is. And then you should be able to tighten those up. Look like the little divides in the paper. So it gives you that effect at a distance. Obviously up close it looks like it's just really thick paper. Technically I should double that up. Would it work if we did 1,000? Yeah, see, but it gets a little too dense is the problem. Because like back here you're never gonna see that. See what I mean? So I feel like it's probably just gonna be better at 500 because it makes it. I know it's exaggerated, but when you're actually looking at around the scene, it makes a lot more sense. Oh, I was just gonna, yeah, there you go. I was just gonna use like a alpha or something. It's a little big. See, the only problem with that is, admittedly, I'd probably want something more accustomed to. Just want basic. Question is, do I make this central? I could just use this as a marker of making it central. I then can do a filter. And not a filter, I could do a levels. Oh, not doing what I wanted it to do. I'm pretty sure it's the levels I want. I just need to figure out how I want it. I want like that, but I want to have this more beveled. I can't remember the best way to achieve that. Oh, it's like that. There you go. It's something like that. It's probably too big anyway. After I literally drew it on. There you go. And then we just want a bolt. But technically it should be a screw. How do I just put a normal in for the screw? Now this is something I can't remember how to do. You just get your normals in. Do I just drag it in like that? So if I want this one, and then just put it in as a normals. Oh my god, interesting. Very, very interesting. Because it's got no color, right? No. That is very interesting. Not the effect I was expecting at all. Okay. We'll just use a bolt instead. I know I have it available. It doesn't actually look that good, but oh well. Oh, there you go. So I need actually another one. No, it's metallic. It could technically be a different color if I want, but it's still got to be. It's got to come out in height like this. Okay. Let's turn off the color. And then you can do other bits like do the same sort of thing, duplicate. You can then filter and do a blur. Now it looks like it's now got a drop shadow. We don't want the height. And it doesn't even look like it's got a drop shadow anymore. Set to multiply. Alright, because I haven't got the color on. What is going on? Turn that down. Have that blur. Not looking like it's working at all. Did I do that wrong? Oh, you know what? I haven't even got YouTube chat back up. I'm just reading what's coming up on my stream. Let me actually get YouTube chat back up so I can see what you guys are saying. Also, I can look back at what you guys said because I've already got a certain delay. I know Steve loves watching other people's tutorials, so sorry. Noise map, directional blur, your way is better. Bottom arrows are contrast. Steve, I have to tell you that your stream descriptions looks like a meltdown. Wait, why? What's wrong with my description? Oh. Well, that shouldn't be there. It should be down here. But other than that... Oh, what do you mean this? Me getting, like, angry at people. There was, like, a week or two where people were just like... Go watch this person. Go watch this person. Go watch this person. Go watch this person. I was like, guys, I'm streaming. Like, I can watch it in my free time. But, like, the amount of things people were telling me to watch. And I'm not saying I was doing it better. I'm just saying that I had my own way of doing it. Like, and people were just adamant that for some reason, go watch some other person. I'm like, other people are great, and I do watch other people's tutorials all the time. But coming into my chat and then being like, go watch this other person's YouTube channel, I'm just like, I don't know why this isn't doing what I thought it was going to do. I'm actually bamboozled. Because what it should be doing, at least from what I thought, is basically... Oh, is it because it's not got a color? I just think I thought... Remembered? I think I thought... realized why. So it's supposed to sit behind here like this. Behind it. Which one is he? But because he's not got a color... It's not sitting behind anything. That was probably why? Question mark? So now if I blur that, it should come across the edges, right? No? Well, now I'm very confused. Why isn't it working? It's just not dark enough. Yeah, that's what I wanted it to be. Obviously, that's way too dark, but... Because this basically helps do the distance blur. Do that, and it looks like it's got a drop on it. Like a drop shadow. And then you just turn this down, and you get like a little drop shadow effect. But it still doesn't look right at all. Oh well. It's only like an asset this far away, admittedly. Now we'll just do like a additional ambient occlusion. So it's an overlay. You should invest £20 for a boost of your Facebook page. Oh, watch this guy. This one's better than you. Is this actually just me? It is. Yeah, I see Steven94 on it. I know it sounds so bitter of me, and I know it does. Like, stop shutting good stories of other people, really. And I don't want it to sound bitter. It's just like I hope it makes sense to you guys why it can be frustrating. And I just don't sound bitter to you guys. Why is that like that and it's not? Yeah, that's more what I'm looking for, like a generic fade. It's annoying as how I imagine. Well, it's not been too bad lately anyway, because people haven't been coming in to tell me like anything about other people's channels. This was like, there was like a 1-2 week to a month period, and it was when I was streaming quite regularly, where people just wouldn't stop telling me to go watch other people. Man, having more than 4 strangers in your chat must be exhausting. No. Like, why don't you go watch... What do you mean 4 strangers doing that in my chat? Like, why don't you go watch that guy if you think he's so good? Yeah, it's kind of like that, actually. Like, I'm here just to talk to you guys, just to have a bit of a fun time. Am I always doing the perfect way of doing something? No. Because I'm streaming at the same time. It's hard to focus and get the perfect way of doing something. I'm going to actually still make it white, or a slight off white. So I don't think I want to draw people's attention to it. Yeah, just like that. It's like a little dirty, but enough to still like be paper. Technically, I should only probably have it like 512, which probably gets rid of these lines I made. About 1K. I think I'm gonna have to have it at 1K to keep the lines. It's just one of those things that I feel like makes people think less of me. Like, oh, Steve won't even watch other people's content. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to avoid other people's content. It's just... I'm trying to make my own content, you know? My texture density... The texture density... Oh, what? Because I lowered it. But it meant, like, between certain parts. So they should be, like, identical. Anyways, we'll just export that, get that in. And we'll made an asset with Maya after all this time. It's bad because it's a student version. Or it's a unlicensed version. Well, it's a trial version. I'm just sitting here... sounding like I'm admitting to pirating. It is not pirated. It is a trial version. Freaking Autodesk is sitting there like, write that down, write that down. Not saying it anyway, true. But sticky notes. You know what I've been playing again? Civilization. I don't know what it is about Civilization. I mean, it's a very popular game. It's actually 6 I've been playing. 5. Because 6 just feels really... I don't know. All the UI and everything is just lack of lack of color, lack of detail. It just feels really like, I don't know, like Autodesk made it as a game. I think that should be true, Moose King. Also, that should be free for non-commercial uses. The problem is, and I'm not going to defend... I don't like defending companies, but the problem is you get a lot of people who are going to get it, not tell you, and start selling stuff from it, and say it's it's not commercial. I'm definitely not using it. I don't like defending companies, but there are so many times where it's not a company's fault. I don't like Autodesk. I think they're very greedy, or have been in the past. So I'm not going to defend them particularly. But I have to admit, recently, a couple of months ago, I remember defending, what was it? Oh, like installing software on people's home PCs if they work from home to see if they're doing work. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Personally, that doesn't sound very fun to me. But I understand why a company would do it, especially like a company I work for. And so I remember this guy getting really mad at me. I wrote in the comment section, 100k? Or was that 100%? 100k, okay. Oh, I think all software should be free under 100k, right? That's why you're writing that. Yeah. Yeah, so... my example was a lot of employees will take advantage of stuff. If an employee isn't being monitored at all, which we're not, and my company, they're very nice, they don't monitor us all, there will be employees that will take advantage. There will be employees that are lazy, there will be employees that won't do work. Bad. Very bad. Bad for the company in the long run, bad for yourself in the long run. If the company doesn't get work done and doesn't produce what it needs to produce, it will start firing people. When I worked at Lidl's, they had to stop doing something. They used to let you take home baked goods. Any baked goods that weren't sold, they let you take home. So what did employees start doing? They didn't put the baked goods out and left them out back. That way, by the end of the day, there was loads of baked goods to take home. So they had to stop doing it. What are some other examples? Was there one at Game? There was loads of examples. Now, companies do scummy things as well. When I worked at Corals, they gave you 5 minutes to close up, or 10 minutes to close up, count all the cash, secure the safe, bring all the advertisements down, and clean up the shop in 10 minutes. That's all you were paid for. You almost always had to stay at the shop for 30 minutes to an hour to get all these things done. And that's without running into a problem. I used to close the shop 30 minutes early. Let customers in to collect like cash, like if they want to bet, but that was it. I used to lock the doors 30 minutes early because I wanted to go on time for when I was paid. But it's give and take. These are good stories. I like it when you tell it to us, to the camera. But yeah, it's like some companies are scammy and some companies it's their fault. Sometimes the employees are scammy and sometimes it's their fault. It's their fault a good thing the company did got ripped away from you because your employees or your co-workers took advantage. And like, it's crazy to me that people don't see that perspective of it, that people just refuse to see that sometimes it's the employee's fault. We had a guy at Tesco's that, I was going to say IT, that was in charge of doing the reuse section, and for like 3 years straight, he would just put reduce labels on all the stuff he wanted for dinner that night. He'd reduce everything to 1p. Exactly. People take advantage, and it's just so annoying. A company can't be nice because the employees won't let them, because you give an inch and they'll take a mile. Side note, in America, it's against the law to keep employees past their clock out. Oh, yes, it's illegal here as well, Moose. Companies still do it. I've known American friends that say the same thing. That a company, like, oh, they kept me for an extra half an hour because they wanted me to do this. They didn't even pay me for it. So it happens everywhere. That's not to say, like, what you said was a lie. I'm just saying that I've known people to say they can't do anything about it, Moose, because how are you going to prove any of that stuff? And it's going to cost you more to get a lawyer than to get any money. Because the only thing you'll probably get in return is the money they didn't pay you. I've never had it happen. That's very lucky. Yeah, all you'll ever get is you'll probably just win the case and get the money you were owed. Oh, they didn't pay me for about 3 hours worth of work. Oh, well, you're on minimum wage anyway. Here you go. Here's £24. Oh, brilliant. Woo! It took me 3 months to win a court case on not being paid. I used to just leave when I wasn't paid anymore. Personally, they can't tell me off for that, but when the company can take advantage of you, they will, well, clearly not for you, Moose, but most of the time when a company can take advantage of you, they will try to take advantage of you. Kitchen, substance. I had two companies here to me. Everywhere else I've worked has paid me for every hour. The company I work for now, I've done overtime for, but I always get time in lieu for the hours I work. Yeah, companies will always try to shaft you, exactly. And I think it's crazy for me to assume the employee can do anything about it a lot of times. It's like when you're... God forbid this ever happens to anyone, but I had a friend called Ramen. He was one of the nicest blokes I ever met. He was a little bit shorter than I was, and he was a dancer. And it was honestly one of the nicest blokes I've ever met. He worked at Corals and he moved somewhere, and they were very... I'm just gonna say it. They were very racist over there. And Ramen was not English. So what did they do? They didn't kick him out the store. What they did wasn't technically against what they were allowed to do, which is stupid, but they basically forced him to move to another shop that he couldn't reach, that was out of the radius that he'd be able to travel to. So he had to quit. How do you prove that? Like, in what way can you prove that unless you've got some solid evidence? Like, it's just really hard to go up against the company for something that's just very difficult to prove, because you'll almost never win. We're coming off because there's nothing to do, but we forfeit our PTO. PTO? Paid time off? Something we don't tend to think about is how we are in debt to the last generation of manual labourers, because they're the ones that fought for all our work rights. Yeah. The problem is, yeah, paid time off, the problem is, like, there's lawyers here you can get for something like that. It's just the issue of, without some solid evidence, like, there wasn't literally something that they wrote down and said, oh yeah, we'll move him to another store because we don't like his nationality, so we're gonna force him to quit himself. If they don't have any evidence like that, it's very, very difficult to have anything that's going to hold up in court. And then it's also going to cost money to get those lawyers, especially if you don't win, because a lot of them is like, oh no, there's like no win, no fee. So technically if you lose, you don't pay them. But it's rough. And that's a huge risk from you anyway, especially if you go to work for another company and they know, because companies are like, they can be scumbags. Some companies, if they know you've tried to sue another company because they did something horrible to you, they won't hire you, because they know if they step on, they might be stepping on thin ice with you, because you might just try to sue them if they do something wrong. And companies know they do things wrong all the time. So it's just one of those things that's very rarely going to benefit you, even though you're in the right. And it's horrible. It shouldn't be that way. Kitchen sticky note. You bang yourself in the industry, same with software. Yeah. It's, I mean, didn't they do it to somebody? Wasn't there like a whistleblower in, was it the games industry or films industry? And then basically nobody wanted to hire them after that, even though they did nothing wrong. It was like, was it the sex allegations or the sexual assault allegations in Blizzard? I can't remember what it was, but it was something, it was really big, and it was a very good thing that they did by being a whistleblower. But I remember reading somewhere that it was very detrimental for them in the future, because now nobody will hire them, and it just sucks. It's just horrible that that's a thing. Yeah, that all sounds right. Yeah, right, it was something like that. I can't fully remember it. I don't want to say it's completely right because I don't fully remember it. It's just very annoying. It's very annoying that, in a way, being a good person can be very detrimental to... What is this? Hold on a minute. Oh, wait, one is coming super tiny for some reason. And two, because it was not a combined mesh, Oh, which I should be able to come into here when I import it, right? Hang on. Combine meshes, import. It's come through super tiny. Like really tiny. It can technically change the build size, but it might be an issue. That's just because I haven't got the scaling correct in Maya. That's not Maya's fault. I want to clarify. That is not Maya's fault. I will rip into Maya for the reasons I don't like it. I won't lie about something being its fault when it's not. There you go. Looks pretty good already, just as the model. It's just a small asset. It's not like supposed to add to the scene tremendously. I think a tiny bit bigger. Where's the scale point? Is it behind it? Oh god. There's a tad, I think, so I need to bring a tad forward. A little bit smaller than that. We'll lock this, yeah, and go 1.15. That's pretty good. I think it's funny that video games get all the flack for these because they're a very public industry. Meanwhile, it's still rampant in a lot of other places. It's true, but admittedly, same with voice acting I've read about recently. The games industry is one of the worst places to work for because they just have such a weak union. Like, games industries for years and years and years have been able to take advantage of the workplace environment because people just won't. Like, it's hard to stand up for yourself in the industry. And a lot of time, like, figure it this way. In the industry, it's something like this job. You could simply just say he wasn't good enough and that's why you fired them. Because it's a job where you have to be proficient enough at what you're doing to keep your job. On top of that, you've got, like, Rockstar, who got their employees to do 100-hour weeks to get Red Dead done. It's an industry known for just not being very good for work ethic. What was this called again? Actually, how dark is that corner now? It's a little bit brighter. It's still quite dark. It's because you've got like one window. Like this light should be kind of piercing through here a little bit more to help lighten it up, because the light would bounce through that hallway quite well. But it's fine. As I've said in the past, technically the lighting should be last, but I never do the lighting last because I like looking at how nice the scene looks as it's coming along. Master, basic, light, sticky, notes. Oh, you know what? I can get back into here, which if I haven't done it yet, and I can delete out all the emissive related stuff, right? Because I changed the TV over to use the other thing now. Ugh, sorry guys, my throat's terrible right now. Yeah, that should be good, and that TV should still work. So it's using a different material. Hey. Oh, you know what? Have I got those pumpkins in here yet? Yeah, so someone was selling some pumpkins on the store. No, so they were free this month. God, how complex is this shader? Wait, where's this origin point? Oh, wait, I'm still simulating. Was I simulating that whole time? Oh, my God. Look at the little guy. That's actually really cool. I won't put that in our final scene, but it's obviously coming up to Halloween, so we'll get some small Halloween decorations. Or is that uncarved? Well, that is uncarved, okay. Wait. It's not uncarved! I'll pop one over here. There you go. Now it's a little Halloween theme. Can I change the light and make it glow in the middle? It does say off on it. Nope. Off. Has it got separate material? On. Yeah. Nice. And we need to make outdoors like night, but we'll do that later. Because I could, what I could do is go direction on light, turn you off, get a nice dark scene, and look, we get these pumpkins, and I could have the TV on too. Oh wait, turn off entirely. Get the TV on too. And we'll get a nice lit up scene. What if I turn you off as well, or delete you as well? Kind of want that emitting more light. Uh-oh. UE4, are you good? Is it good? All I did was swap between play and simulate. Oh, there you go. It's like fast forwarded because it's like it was catching up. What we should have as well is some on the telly. Actually, I want to undo everything. I don't want to keep all these deleted light changes. There you go. But I will, because Halloween's coming up, I will take a picture for my Twitter. Hello, Hot Root. How's it going? I did not make these pumpkins before starting the chat, so I clicked these pumpkins Steve made. There you go. Now it's Halloween themed when we turn off the lights. So these are like unlit ones in here. That looks terrifying. That looks terrifying. Can I light that one up? Oh my god. Okay, I made everything else in here. Hot root. Just not the pumpkins. Did I name that one correctly, or did I just make it? I just made the figure, didn't I? Master. Oh no, wait. Sticky? I don't know what. Oh, stick note. Well, if I named it correctly, wouldn't it? Not what? Stick E. There you go. There you go. Well, that looks quite nice, actually. I don't really get those white specks though. Is it just, I guess, with our lights hitting it? That looks like some sticky notes. What the? Whoa! What is happening there? Oh, it's because it's so small. What if I turn the bounds up? Yeah, there you go. Very nice, very nice. It looks like it's caused the crack on the wood. You see that? Looks like that's like caused the crack. I like to slightly reduce the metalness. I know I shouldn't, but it always gives like some nicer results in my opinion. Why is this? Hold on a minute. That is so much different color. I actually want to get rid of those speckle effects because you can see them on here. Look, don't want it too speckly. Although, does that just come from our base color? It does. What if I get rid of that entirely and just make this like? Nah, I mean, it looks way better having that on. obviously. That looks pretty good, though. Oh, is that normals or height? No? Oh. Still the metalness. That's very strange. So we're going to the metalness layer. Let's check if someone's messaged me on Twitch. I'll come back into here. Sorry, turn on the metalness. So you go and set it down. We'll bring that back. So it's like little dust bits that aren't metallic. Right. I mean, I find not having those on. What I also want to do is come into Maya. And clearly, how much did I do it to in here? Clearly, I need to pick it like 10 times bigger, I think, right? 15 times bigger. So if we change the build size there you go, back down, that's how big it was normally. But if we go back into Maya before exporting it and turn it up 15 times, combine. Ooh, what's combine? It's just mesh combine, right? Oh, bum. They're sharing different UVs. What? I never get. So that's something that always annoyed me in Maya. Watch, if I go to UV sets, I bet you one's going to be called a different UV. Map 1, map 1. Oh, wait, map 1. Hold on a minute. Well, now I look like a big fat phony. Why is it broken when I click that then? Has one piece ignore. What? What? Well, now I'm confused even more. By combine. Okay. Combine. Okay. Well, the problem didn't persist for some reason, so that's fine, I guess. Oh, yeah, and then change the scale of it. 15, 15, 15, zoom out, and then go mesh, freeze transformations. I need to save this. I never saved it. It's taking me 4 hours to make this one thing. Kitchen asset. Oh yeah, I don't have separate Blender files, do I? Or Maya files, because I have it in one Blender document. Sticky notes. Select it, file, export. Sticky notes, yes. Re-import. Should scale it up for me. It did, but in a random. Oh. All there. Oh, right. It's moved back a little bit. That's fine. Gone back into Maya. Get my center of grid, which moderate told me to turn off. No, I'm joking. Pull that to here. Now, here's something where I go off a graphic. And I instinctively remember the shortcut, which is just spacebar, so it's not hard to remember. Oh, for God's sake. Auto-saving. My favourites. Import. God. There you go. And then re-import the textures. We won't have that flakiness on it now. Sweet. Oh, did I kind of like the flakiness though? I feel like it has less character now. Maybe I do what I was going to do and reduce. Oops, went metallic. So I want to reduce it to get half of it in. Like that. Yeah, and there you go. That's some sticky notes on the wall. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream, because that's all I'm going to be doing now. And I will catch you guys on Sunday, where we continue our very important work. Bye, bye.